Ahoy, no pirate.
Ahoy.
Your Discourse Syndicate. I'm RG3, your pirate captain. And this is DC Crypto, my main man, my number one buccaneer. What is going on, my brother? Well, we all know what's going on. What's going
on, baby?
It's motherfucking 1 cent, baby. 1 cent. 1 cent. Take that, you sons of bitches out there. 1 cent HEX is on the freaking table right now, baby. 1 cent.
1 cent.
Are you fired up or what, dude? Are you fired up?
Fired up, man. These shit talking motherfuckers. Eat shit for real, man. 1 cent, baby. We real money now, man. We've hit the new paradigm, dude. We're literally like it's dollars are possible now.
Did you see Richard's post just recently?
No. What did he post?
He said, how long do you think it'll take for HEX to hit $1? Oh man.
Perfect.
Dude. I mean, I was always like hopeful that HEX could hit a penny by big payday. Now it looks like that there's way more than that is possible. So much more is possible by big payday now.
Our expectations were so low at the time because, man, we came straight from the bottom, man. It was 1 Satoshi, no less than a Satoshi when we were in HEX, man. And man, dude, it feels sweet now. We're at that psychological point that I've been talking about for a long time. Is that penny mark. Now when we move, a 10% move is literally 10% of a penny in moves. Where that, like, we freak out about that right now, right? Once HEX reaches 2-3 cents, a 10% move is 30% of a penny, bro. It's a gigantic move, dude. So if you're bugging out like, wow, my bag's pretty nice size, or 30% of a penny, that's on the daily move. When we hit 3 cents, baby. When we hit 10 cents, that means we move a penny a day up and down. dude.
Let's go to the chat room real quick because I know our Hexkins are in there freaking blowing up. Colin Hixander, all-time high, motherfuckers. He says, throws us a diamond. Thanks, bro. HexOG, ice cream. Thank you, brother. Hector Protector, dropping ice creams. Hoddle Dog followed us today. Hey, what the fuck, Hoddle Dog? You get your ass in gear, brother. Hector the Protector, 22, more ice creams. Hoddle Dog got us a diamond. Thanks, brother. By the way, everybody, Hoddle Dog, he's also on YouTube. If you're following our channel and you want to get some more HEX content, there is no better ASMR, no smoother voice in all of the Hexican world than the Hoddle Dog. So go check him out on YouTube, man. He puts out the numbers. He puts out good content every day. 1 penny, Bristology, my homeboy, Cali Baby. 1 penny, he says, dropped us a diamond. Who else is in the chat? $1 big payday. People are saying dollar big payday. Yeah. Let's see what else we got in there.
That 3 cents I call don't seem so crazy no more, huh? 3 cents don't seem crazy no more, huh? That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And
it ain't even November yet. It isn't even November yet.
Yep. Ooh. Organic Hemp HEX donated a diamond. Penny Paradigm. That's right, the paradigm. We're going to be talking about that. HexOG ice cream. Let's see. Nut Magash just donated 2 lemons. Tree of HEX donated 1 lemon. Ash 84 donated 2 ice creams. Dollar cost crypto, which is you are dropping lemons in there too, huh? Penny Day, long time coming. Quarter Panda dropping us a diamond. Hoddle Dog, another diamond. Dang, you guys, thanks for all the diamonds. Hoddle Dog, thanks for the shout out. You got it, man. You put out good content and you're an OG. I know you had some personal stuff there for a little bit, man, but you're back and we're glad, and keep throwing that out there, man. Check out his videos. See, Matt Maddie Allen just donated a diamond. Check out hexvids.com too. Hexvids.com, guys. There is so much Hex content for you to get it. And now everybody wants to consume the content, man. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to know what's going on in Hex. Risology dropped another diamond, $1 big payday. Serena Alonzi's in the chat room, everybody. One of our Hex ladies. Oh, and she's an OG too. Serena Alonzi has her own channel out there too, guys. So you look her up on YouTube. You didn't know Serena had her own channel?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh,
dude, she's day one OG, man. Serena's she's been putting it out. She's been putting out content since the beginning, man. So check out Serena Alonzi, guys. Into the Fire donated lemon. Cookie Boys donated a lemon. Spirit of Hex donated a lemon. Far Out Aliens followed us. Thanks for following us, Far Out Aliens. Real Spike donated a lemon. Corda Panda just donated a diamond. And said what? What did he say? He said, WAP, wet ass penny, baby, wet ass penny.
30 bucks.
Toshi dropped us a diamond. Dollar cost. That's you again. Dollar cookies. JB 20 lemon. And Ramy Poons just donated one Ninja Guinea. Thank you, bro, for the Ninja Guinea. Okay, I no longer care about the haters. Siphon their sorrows for power and energy. Yeah, buddy. Let's we got Funding Jim down here in the back. Let's bring him up.
I heard it's money.
There you go. No. We can hear you, bud. We're going through the chat right now. Just we got Into the Fire phone Hex. We can hear you. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? All right, I'm going to mute you because you're just talking to yourself. Can you hear us, Jim? Gary?
Jim looks like a Cuban pimp.
Oh, man. I don't know what he's doing there. Into the Fire got us another lemon. Phone Hex. It sounds like our old boy Adrian's name, huh? But I know it's not the same one. Anyway, Crypto right. Vins. Everybody, thank you for Billy Boy Crypto. Love pennies, millions of them. Donates a diamond. JFK donated a diamond. We can't be beaten. You're right. You're absolutely right. Red Panty Knight. There he is. Fedora Jim. Box mining is a broke, salty pleb. Did you see how triggered he was?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. His hold on. I got to get some more light here. I'm like in the dark. I'm sorry, guys, for the video production quality. Things are going to change. I know I always say that, but I'm still at Grandpa's house helping him out with the loss of my grandmother. So I've been out here for 2 weeks with him. But anyway, what can we say, dude? Can you hear us now, Gary? Okay, now he can hear us. Let me unmute.
Pretty loud.
There, now you're unmuted. What's up, brother?
Okay. Can you hear me now? Am I okay?
We can hear you.
Yeah. Over a penny, it was all because of hexagons and obviously an amazing design. The influence of Richard, the stalwart, bearing the slings and arrows of Crypto Sweater and everybody else. It's pretty awesome.
This is tears of Maxi sorrow right here that I'm drinking, guys. The tears of Maxi sorrow. You guys are so fucked.
This is Hex bull piss.
Oh, it's just, I wish I could be more humble. I really do. I really wish I could be more humble. But we ate shit for so long that you guys are, we're gonna bask in our glory for a while, and then we'll be nice to all of you guys. But for now, if you're a Max and you're sitting out there and you're creeping and crawling into this show, fuck you. Fuck you. And your Maxi bullshit and your scam bullshit. But welcome to crypto. Welcome to crypto because it's finally here and you can be part of it. All you got to do is play nice and hang out with us for a little while and learn something. Learn something about what crypto is supposed to be, about getting rid of middlemen, about being your own banker, about how Hex has done that for crypto and how no other crypto has been able to do that yet. they're all starting to turn their heads and look and see what this is. And if they're not, they're triggered as fuck and they're mad. Because if you watch the Box Mining's video, you can see it. Look, man, I ain't no psychologist, but I know people. That boy is pissed. He's pissed and he's ashamed and he's embarrassed of himself and what he's done to himself. He has wrecked himself by promoting all the bullshit that he has. And then when you thought he had no more integrity left, the only crypto out there that could have saved his dumb ass, he calls it BitConnect. He calls it a scam. He says, I won't ever even talk about that thing on this show. Well, you know what, bud? You made your own bed, and you are on your way to crypto insignificance because you don't matter to this community anymore. You don't matter to crypto anymore. All of you out there don't matter to crypto anymore. You guys have been lying, cheating, and stealing for far too long. Now it's time to listen to what's correct. Now it's time to stop yelling scam and doing all this shit. Now it's time for you to listen to the people in Hex, and we're going to teach you fucking people something. So sit back, shut up, and listen.
Well, there's so much that's completely transparent about HEX. That's what I don't get. I mean, these guys that lout themselves as being experts in the space or influencers or pay attention to me. It's bullshit. Everything is transparent. You can see it on the code. You can see it in the action of the community or Richard. There's nothing that no one can point to and they say, oh, this guy is totally as a scammer. Where is the proof? They like to say, oh, he had a different name in the past or whatever. I had a different fucking name. I was 9 years old. So there's all kinds of people that have a history, but it doesn't make a difference about their product. And if the product that says is open up the smartphone and you say, okay, here's where the transistor is, here's where the camera is, here's the microphone, here's how it operates on radio frequencies, here's the technology. Why don't you see if you can utilize that? It's fucking stupid.
Yep. Well, here we are. We hit a penny, guys. We hit a penny.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if people expected that to happen so quickly, actually. I mean, the ones that have been like even watching the product for a long time. I mean, to have captured the attention span of degenerates in the crypto space for 2 years and say, hey, I think I'm going to swear off a play-in with that other food chain kind of whatever thing. I think I'm going to put a little bit into this HEX deal and watch it for 15 years. I mean, what kind of commitment is that, man? It's amazing.
Now,
that's a lot.
Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at that candle. That's a pretty freaking candle clicking into there.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen it yet because I was getting ready for the show when DC called me and said, hey, man, we hit a penny. And I was like, what? Oh, man, I wasn't looking for 1 second of the day. I wasn't looking at it, getting ready for the show, man.
The second I got off a call, someone had said something on Telegram. I was like, oh, let me look. Let me double. Holy fuck. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's 2.5x since October 16th. That's 2.5 times your money if you even started in October 16th. 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago.
Remember the very famous video where the guy, he was from one of the DApp communities, and he sold his HEX, and they did that song about him. He sold his HEX. Oh, I sold my HEX, man. That guy right there, if he would have bought back in where he was, if he did, hopefully he did.
I think he did. He actually seemed like it was going
to. He's sitting solid. He's sitting solid. I mean, that little whatever he lost on that little pump was nothing compared to where he would be sitting right now if he did get back in, and if he didn't beat himself to death and not get back in. I mean, damn.
Didn't he sell like 100 million HEX or something? He sold a little.
I don't know if he sold that much. He sold the amount. He sold a good amount, but I don't know if it was quite that much or not. But yeah, I'm going to fix my screen here a little bit.
There's
pretty coincidental. I just have dishes on the counter back there. I don't know if you can see this HEX symbol.
Yeah.
I'm like in my grandmother's room, so I'm like,
it's a green cup.
It's a green cup.
That's a good place for the HEX symbol to pop up.
So Hextoshi dropped a diamond. Hexicans are making history. Thanks, bro. And I got hats off RG3 from Far Aliens. Spot on. $1 Hex inbound revolution from Hex Wagner. Thanks for the diamond, bro. Legit. I'm already on the moon. Gains are silly from Rainy Poons. Thanks, bud, for the diamond. So, finish up on that one deal, and just somebody asked in the chat, what happened with box mining. So we've been kind of like giving him crap about his. I mean, I think he's probably. Look, I had a lot of respect for that guy. I liked him. I thought he had a cool stream. I thought he gave crypto a honest take. I thought he was, pretty decent as far as explaining the operations of crypto versus like just straight out doing TA and stuff. I kind of liked the way he did that, and he was kind of humble, kind of a little goofy about it, But we got after him about his food products that he was shilling and losing people's money on, because people were getting wrecked on those things. And it was like every time he shilled another one, they were rug pulling and all kinds of crap.
I misunderstood completely. I thought this dude was selling fucking food products. Sorry.
That's me.
I come from the gym world. Like they always shill fucking, bullshit products.
No, so this guy was, he was doing sushi and yams and all the other crap or whatever it was. I couldn't remember. Hexo pulled out all of his. You know how Hexo does his research and like.
Hexo got receipts. Hexo's got receipts, bro.
He's got receipts. He's got your receipts, guys. So if you think you're gonna get around, the Hex community, you're not. We're gonna pull your receipts. We're gonna pull your covers, and we're not gonna let you guys run around. You know what they're all like. Like I guess this is a bad analogy, but in the dope fiend world, like what those guys are like dope fiends. They'll steal your dope and help you look for it. You know what I mean? They're like those kind of guys. They're just. They will steal your shit and then help you look for it. That's the kind of slime balls they are. But anyway, so he gets some slack from us. He's cool about it. He lets it go. He might have blocked a couple people. He left me alone. He didn't block me. And then he puts out this video. He's like triggered. You can see it. He's angry. He's upset. He's triggered. And he calls Hex BitConnect. He says, I ain't talking about it here on my show. It's a scam coin. It's going to zero. Just really, you could tell he was very aggravated when he did that video. Really was putting projection out there because the Hex community had been calling him out, I think. And then he called us aggressive. That whenever you say anything about Hex, they come at you so aggressive, and you can tell they're triggered. No, bro. Look, check this out. We ain't triggered. We're just tired of your punk asses. That's what it is. We're tired of your punk asses, and we ain't taking it no more. We watched you talk shit about our leader, the founder of the coin. We watched you guys talk shit about the coin itself. We watched you guys talk shit about our community, and we've had enough. And now it's time for pushback. Now it's time for real talk from Hexicans, and you guys are all going to get it. And people are going to start listening because guess what? We're going to be the real deal. Hex isn't like BitConnect where it's going to climb up into the top 10, sit there for a week or two, get scammed out and leave. We're coming for your motherfucking lunch money, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. We're going to steal your lunch money. We're going to steal your girl. You're going to take your bike, and we're going to ride off with her in the handlebars, and there ain't shit you can do about it. Nothing. It's over, guys. We're in the top 10. We're staying there, and we're coming up for number 1 and number 2. That's what's happening. And you guys, there's nothing you can do. Let me bring our because we got some brains coming into the operation here. We got Crypto Coffee in the back here, buddy. Hold on a second. Let me pull him up. Whoops. Yo. What up, Coffee?
Congrats on a penny.
How about that shit, huh?
Congratulations to you too.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Maxi Tears of Sorrow tonight, bro.
There you go. Those taste so good. I was just writing an article, actually. I figured extra salty, huh?
Oh, yeah. They're sweet. There's sweet tears of Maxi Sorrow. The delicious, sweet tears of Maxi Sorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's been a long road, man. We're not even close to being done either.
Hell no. mean, how many more days we have in this month still?
Dude.
Quite a few, right? We have like three more days, right?
Yep. 20 days till a big payday. It's a weird feeling, man. I've been watching the price chart nonstop for the past 3 days. I can't believe it. I feel like I'm high, like all the time.
You are, bro.
High on gains, dude. It's a much better substitute for anything else.
Dun 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 dun. I'm just a hex machine, and I won't work for nobody but you. Yeah, baby.
Oh my god, dude! Did you guys already talk about fucking what's his name? Chris Bleck?
Box mining. Oh no, we haven't talked about Chris Bleck yet.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He seems. Yeah, go ahead, Coffee.
I mean, he's all right. He seems to not quite get it. He seems to get it, but just he's got one little leap of faith to make that he's not quite putting 2 and 2 together. Just on his little Twitter rant afterwards, I was on there trying to teach him about reading between the lines in terms of the origin address. And let's pull up one of it. I'll pull up one of his tweets because basically the conclusion that he came to was something like, Hex without the origin address and the Schillers online and Richard Hart's arrogance. He's like, it's a shame because there's probably something pretty good underneath. But it's like,
and you're telling me that's a dick move right there. Fuck you, Chris. You fuck.
Right. I mean, it's like
Chris pisses me off a little. Like I think he's coming to the right side, which is the Hex side. But like he phrases his tweet weird way. Like it's almost like he's against Hex when he posted it, and then as you read in the comments, he's he's starting to go pro Hex. But the first big headline is kind of like this Hex scam or something. Here, I'll DM you right now, crypto coffee. Crypto coffee. Let me try to find him.
I mean, he's basically saying, he said verbatim, it's not a scam. He said, I've seen no evidence to say that it's a scam, but I still don't like the project.
So he's community. Richard's a dick and fuck the community. Maybe there's something good underneath this.
No, he's coming to his little origin address phase. Everyone goes through it. It's natural.
It's
natural.
It's natural. We all did. Everybody
we all
did.
Think about it.
Everybody was afraid to put it in until they put it in, and the origin address was all right. It was smooth.
Fucking A, man. But yeah,
our little hex now.
Just the tip. Just the tip.
He wants to so bad. He wants to admit it, but his reputation won't let him. And I think that's what a lot of these influencers have, where they don't want their users to get wrecked or their followers, which is valid. But I think he'll come around. And that might be the the one straw that breaks the camel's back there.
Wow.
Do you really think it's that they look out for the best interest of their audience? I mean, truthfully, maybe I don't know Chris Bleck before this interview. Really, I wasn't paying attention to him. But when he advocates the principles of crypto, when he advocates DeFi and what its function could be, and then he comments about the whole thing about basically harvest and compound. Every there the word out of his mouth was about compound, and the topic was about harvest and the exit scam. But it's not saying that that compound is better because it holds to some principle. It's not. It's not based on code only. And Hex is based on code only. There may be network, there may be influence, there may be people that are adopting and interested, but we can't read that like that, dude.
You see the Matthew Graham?
Yeah, what about him?
This bitch ass motherfucker. He posts some good ass info about OKX not being multi-sig in China. He translated some articles in China over to English, right? And then he posted it on Twitter, and then we told Richard about it. Richard just posted about it, and the dude just told Richard to go fuck off, and he deleted the entire post of telling people that that OKX isn't multi-sig, that it's one dude controlling the entire fucking Bitcoin. What a little motherfucker, dude! People are just dicks, man.
Look who we got.
What's up?
Okay.
Fucking nothing but the price, man. Nothing but the price right now.
Nothing but the price. We got a little retraction here from the 1 penny, but that's to be expected.
Yeah,
but I mean, shit. It was like what, an hour and a half ago. We were still below 0.9. So it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
It is. I wasn't expecting a penny before big payday, but here it is.
It's one of those you slowly everyone comes to the truth on it. Like I didn't expect it either. Like a year ago, I thought if it ever went to a penny, I would be like, oh shit, if it ever got there, let alone within by now. Hex Crypto's tweet just that poll that he just put out. You think Hex is going to hit $1 this year or next year?
Oh shit!
Man.
Oh,
Yeah.
but the psychological barrier alone, of that one penny, puts it in a whole different place, man. Puts it in a whole different place.
What's interesting also, someone was mentioning earlier, liquidity providers. So liquidity providers, do you think that some might come out in order to stake to get a BPD bonus? And if that's the case,
I was watching
will shrink. And if it shrinks, wouldn't that affect price?
Yeah, I was watching. I thought about that pretty in depthly actually. From Silver the Antidote had just put out a video like today that was talked about a few different things. But one of the things that was most interesting in it to me, that was kind of an aside, was the liquidity provider, talk that he was speaking about, which is the same thing that is trending slightly lower. Which again, when you pull that liquidity lower like that, I mean, it makes the price is able to pump harder, faster, especially if whoever's providing liquidity, one, wants to get the big payday bonus, and two, like if you feel like if you're looking to make the price accelerate and you feel like you've hit the point where all the sellers, all the big sellers are gone and they've sold, then it's a lot easier to be like, okay, well, now's a good time to pull my liquidity to stake, because at this point in time the upward motion is going to be a lot. There's way more buyers at this point in time than there is sellers, and then come back in. We can come back in, pile in some more liquidity later once we move up a little bit higher.
Yeah, and I had heard people were taking it out. I didn't confirm myself. Was that Silver the Antidote's video?
Yeah. He was talking about it. He had some graphs that showed it, and I was noticing it like a couple days, about a day or two ago too, that I started noticing like several like $80,000 to $100,000 setups were being pulled here and there.
But you also see, the trending, like if you look at the number of buys versus the number of sells, it's like a 10-to-1 ratio. It's 7 to 10 ratio.
Yep. Yeah,
so,
exactly. And you can see you can see when the dips happen, they get bought up way faster. There's not a cascade of sells. There's that sell or that sell and another one, and that's it. Like the sellers are being exhausted for sure. And like, I mean, this is great. It's a great time to see people piling in.
And so that 3-day window before the actual rollover, that 3-day window where AA is over, basically Uniswap or other exchanges, there's like 30 or something other exchanges, but the majority is going to be Uniswap. And then you have liquidity, whether it gets pulled or, basically to stake it. I mean, it's like a perfect storm of events. And
let's talk about another very, very interesting external event that's happening on the 17th of November as well. Uniswap's artificially inflated liquidity mining that's been going on for their Uni token is over on the 17th. Why did they choose the 17th? I'll never know. We may never know. But that's when they chose the date for all of that liquidity to stop getting their Uni rewards. So whatever. I mean, it's like billions of dollars, like literally hundreds of millions of dollars. That has no incentive to be a liquidity provider for ETH Tether or Uni Tether. All the different pairings that there's like 4 pairings that they're promoting on their liquidity mining.
So you're saying that Richard had said something about like yield locusts. If they moved from Uni to like a Mooney, he was talking about that in a different interview talk. So if you're saying that if they don't have a reward basically for providing liquidity significant enough, then maybe they look for something that has high yield and has recent newsworthy buzz about price performance.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're going to try and incentivize people to stay with them because I know that they're supposed to start getting like trading fees eventually, like they can turn that switch on to get trading fees, and they've talked about doing that. And so if that might be the way that they keep people around, to say like, hey, incentivize them to stay by starting to get the trading fees. But I mean, like, it's a balance between which is more important, keeping the liquidity providers happy or keeping people using the liquidity, you know?
Right. Right now, there's like $2.1 billion locked up on Uniswap on those 4 liquidity pools. The next biggest is Curve, and they're literally 4 times bigger than Curve Finance.
You're looking at pools.fyi?
I'm sorry?
If you go to Uni's,
sorry.
Here, I'll post it in chat right now if you want to see where I'm looking at.
Yeah, I'm on pools.fyi, and I don't think it's legit anymore because I don't see HEX anywhere near the top 20.
No, I remember pools.fyi actually recently, I don't know who tweeted about it. I credit to whoever did. Let me know, because early on, man, that's a funny thing that this liquidity situation is, of course, and it, is always something to think about, because like it was something that early on in HEX, before I felt very comfortable with anything in the project, like, I mean, I was, stoked about a lot, but like, okay, let's watch every moving part. Liquidity was something that I watched very, very, very closely, who was, how much there was and where, what the balance was. So, I watched pools.fyi a lot. And just recently somebody had tweeted that we were being gatekept on there and were removed from the top listings on FYI. So like, I don't know why.
Yeah, well, all I see on the whole fucking top 10 or 20 is like sushi and Balancer. It looks like they're promoting 2 projects or 3 projects exclusively.
And they have
you can buy.
Actually, if you do the search on pools.fyi, it says that liquidity for ETH hex pair is $10,000.
Yeah, that's not right.
That's
not right. That's what I saw too, which I was like, no.
That's
Nomics is going to take
that number.
Yeah, they're only showing. You know what it is they're only showing Uniswap V1s. They don't have anything for.
They
V2.
never updated for V2.
Nope.
And everything moved to V2 though. So you think that Curve actually has $300 million worth of liquidity on V1?
Well, that's not actually even on that Curve Ren BTC thing. Isn't on Uniswap. That's not where that liquidity exists or whatever. That supposedly exists on their Curve Ren BTC platform.
So is pools.fy even valid if they're not updated?
Pools.fyi is pulling. It says you can say you see there's like a little thing up there for all the different platforms.
Right.
So if you could see Uniswap V2 if you want to, and if you look, they're not showing you anything for that anymore. All they have is an ad for PAMP. That's it. So like they're not really interested in giving anybody the whole story right now. So
I know it's worth looking at. I haven't looked at it in probably 6 months, but.
Yeah, it was about a month ago or so, a month and a half ago, and somebody else had noticed that. And I mean, maybe it was a little longer time, who knows? But like, I know that somebody had tweeted that out, and I went and I was like, oh, well, fuck them, I guess. Great, whatever.
Didn't find utility that much, after the launch. Launch was 6 months into where it was.
Yeah, I mean,
welcome to hexinfowars.com.
We've got to get
somebody
him in here, man.
Oh, by the way, hi. I want to say hello to the YouTube chat. YouTube is blowing up, guys. We got 84 people in the chat. Thank you, YouTube followers. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe over there on the YouTube. And our Hexagon count over at Dlive is 150. We're cranking over 220 something viewers right now. So right on. Hexagons are fired up right now, dude. We're fired the freaking hell up, man.
It's petty day.
Awesome.
We might have like fucking 15,000 live viewers when we hit 10 cents. We keep tracking these numbers.
I'm sure production value is getting ready to start going up. Oh, by the way, so German, who was that in the YouTube? German Hex Crypto Sparbach said, you were expecting more than a penny, RG. Yes, I was expecting more than a penny after Big Payday or during Big Payday pump. I wasn't expecting a penny
a month before. Yeah.
And I was also back in the early days, my early expectations of price, around Big Payday was going to be, if it hit a cent, I was going to be like ecstatic if it hit a cent. So it's gone above and beyond, any expectations that I've had, as far as price goes. So yeah, man, I hear you, bro. Yeah, my view on the price has changed over the last year, and it's continuously changing, and could change really quick because now with the attention that Hex is getting, and that psychological breakthrough of 1 penny being hit so soon. I mean, what's possible now? What's possible in the next month? I mean, holy shit.
I mean, it's almost a little scary, man. It's pretty wild, man.
I mean, when I got involved, I was under the impression that Hex would be $1 one day. So I wasn't even thinking about a penny. So I should be happy right now. I'm celebrating. I love it. But I asked myself when I was buying, I was like, how many millions of dollars do I want to own? And I made my decision based on how much of a millionaire I wanted to be.
How much of a millionaire?
That's fucking killer.
But take another year, maybe 6 months to get there, unfortunately.
Yes.
At this rate.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, it's all pretty possible. I mean, I get like the more we've watched the system at this point in time, we understand the metrics of it enough to see that, like, oh yeah, I get it very clearly.
I saw the staking ratio go up. It was like down to like 12.3 or something. Last time I looked, it was like 12.8. So people are staking more.
Yeah.
So
I imagine that.
What do you think that number is going to be, at the rollover? You think of the staking percentage, what's your guess?
Double.
25% of liquid will become staked.
That's what I'm going to guess.
Yeah. I'm hearing all kinds of people in the chatter and stuff like that saying, how close to the edge can I get? Like, why are you fucking around with that edge? Why aren't you going
because at any point, an exit can change the share price drastically.
Yeah.
At any point, it doesn't have to follow that line.
Well, kind of up until, I mean, like, yeah, it can, like, I think there is like somewhat of a max on up before big payday and exactly what that can be. So like we can't go too crazy up high before the big payday, but because I remember we discussed that like months and months ago where we were like, it could go crazy high beforehand. And when we actually went back through, there was like a theoretical max that you can hit because there's only so much, percentage gains that you can get from the system, unless
at this point,
like the big unless in that is that, like, what if there is like $10 billion worth of penalties for some insane reason, or $10 billion, not dollars, Hex worth of penalties for some reason, because like the penalties would increase your ROI, which if you unstaked after that would then increase the share price a lot. That would be the only way that, like, really before big payday that the share price is going to go astronomical, but that's fucking possible. I mean, people, I'm wondering about that. That if you saw that on Silver's video that he did, he was talking about how like the one address was like set to, he like believed that like this guy's gonna front run big payday by 10 days, and he had like the evidence of why exact, like that stuff's. Yeah. I mean, I guarantee there's people that are planning on doing that, and like the one I did the numbers on it, like if you aren't perfect with your gaming on that shit before or after big payday, I mean, with both buying and or selling and then staking as well, then you're it's still not going to go well. So like, why bother? Why not just like sit back and like, hang out and just enjoy the ride?
I'm just glad there's chain analysis guys out there. Cause I've tried, I open up Etherscan. I look at it and I go, fuck this. No,
I mean, so some people have hard enough time just like unstucking one of their own transactions, So
I have a hard time looking at how many viewers we have on the screen and reading the chat at the same time versus freaking. I'm like number dyslexic, man. I cannot. Numbers just jack me up. I know that when it comes to owning crypto, bigger numbers are better. So that's like where I'm going. So bigger is better, right? Longer, bigger, better. X, yeah. You guys do chain analysis and let me know what it means.
Yeah. I just don't have time for chain analysis. I really appreciate people that do it, but man, it's so fucking boring and there's no tool that makes it easy to visualize. So I was doing it back in the day of the recycling FUD and all that just to help myself, feel better. But it's just so fucking boring. You got to go through pages and pages and have multiple tabs open. It's not easy. But thank you.
I sponsor. I don't do like a huge amount, but I sponsor Silver the Antidote. You know, that's the only support he gets is basically patronage to his Patreon or whatever. And he has that diligence, that Asperger's kind of focus, and I can't do it. I can't do that chart.
I just go.
Yeah, like
Silver's got it. Look, watch what Silver does. Watch what David does. Watch what Brennan does. You know, those guys. They all got the numbers down like freaking mad dogs, man. Those guys. Fuck, we got some smart hexicans out there, man. Those guys just. And then if
the data matters to you, or it might matter to people that you talk to, then support people that go through that and present it in a digestible manner.
Exactly. So if you're some more housekeeping, because we've got a lot of people coming in. So YouTube's blowing up, Dlive's blowing up. We've got a couple of 100 plus viewers out there. Guys, tonight, if you're on the show, stick on the show, because we are giving away 1 million HEX. 1 million HEX is going to be given away, and tonight you can qualify for that. So
how much?
Stick around.
10 grand.
1 million HEX. But hey, I got a phone call. Shut the fuck up. I got a phone call today, and I can't confirm exactly, but all I'm gonna say is that our contest might have got a little juicier. So
it's $10,000. You would say that one more time. 1 million HEX sounds really nice, but do you know that's $10,000 official today, right?
Exactly. Yep. And I just got a call today saying that I'm not going to give away the details yet, but
you tease. You fucking tease.
I can't give it away. I just can't do it yet, but I'm telling you right now, don't fucking turn the show off, because that 1 million HEX might turn into something a little different. So maybe a lot different. But anyway, just stick around and don't fuck yourself and not get qualified tonight, all right? So that's that.
How do they enter?
It's like trying to pick up the girl at the bar. Like
let me give
all the good stuff out there, but no.
So let me give the details. I'll give the details of how you can qualify this evening. So we're qualifying on with the European and Asian markets around the world, and in the U.S. market is up with us. So the U.S. market we are going to choose 3 winners tonight from the YouTube and the Dlive chats. So you will have to be in the Dlive chat or the YouTube chat. When I tell you to put something in the chat, I'm going to ask you to put a comment in the chat. I am going to randomly choose from the chat 3 names, and those 3 names are going to be put on the wheel of death that we're going to spin. Now, the wheel of death gets spun once we hit 1,000 Dlive viewers. Whenever that happens, that happens. So if you're on Dlive, please get on there and follow us. Now, in order to qualify, you have to follow us on Dlive. You have to subscribe to us on YouTube, and you have to me on Twitter, and that's Discourse_Syndicate on Dlive, Discourse_Syndicate on YouTube, and it's RG3_pirate on the Twitters. So follow, and subscribe to those channels, and then qualify tonight, and you're going to get on the wheel of death, the position, and we're going to be giving away 1 million HEX. That could turn into something even more significant than that. So anyway, just I'll let you guys know when that happens, but I'm just throwing a tease out there because I got a phone call today that changed.
Now, so you know that the Monarch giveaway was like, I don't know how many 190,000 people claimed that thing, and it's 50 grand. 50 grand worth of HEX. Do you realize this all goes to one? I think he's choosing 3 people, right? Who's he choosing? Is it 3 people?
Yep.
Top 3?
It's 3.
3 on each, right? 3 on Dlive, 3 on YouTube.
Yeah, so it's this is a more significant giveaway. I was like, do you realize the price climb on this thing? What's actually happening here? And if they stake it, if they get it, I mean, if you get Dlive before and they're able to win it, they could stake it before big payday, and possibly double or even more if they go further out.
Yeah.
So you guys in the YouTube chat, we meant follow, not subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. You just have to follow.
So what's that mean?
So on DTube, following is free, but subscribing costs money. You just have to follow.
Costs money, exactly. You just have to follow. Yeah, you don't have to pay money.
That's a good point to make. Yeah. Very clear.
Go to Dlive.tv. You can use your existing YouTube account to sign up. It's free.
Yep. Google account. I don't even think you have to have a YouTube channel. You just basically use Google. Sign up with Google.
Though I'm surprised as a penny, but not really.
Dude, I can't believe it, man. It just feels so good. Vindication.
Yeah, it's I mean, it is Vindication, but it's like I said, we had a feeling for a while. I mean, no, it was possible. That's why we're all here. That's why we've all, but yeah, that it is a great feeling. And to know that like you're not going to get Vindication from a lot of these maxis ever either. Like they're just going to have salty and hate filled shit for us for probably a long time. Like that, just get used to that shit.
It's going to speak again to Richard's character to look at the reality and change his worldview, because he used to be such a staunch maxi about Bitcoin. And actually on the breakdown, I remember 2018 or whatever, when he shed a tear over the death of Bitcoin, temporarily, and saying, look, pack it up for 3 years, guys. That particular interview, that was a big thing. And I think that he really had to take a self-assessment and look honestly with genius mind at what he was doing. Was he espousing the truth, or was he espousing his habit of supporting Bitcoin only? And I think that that's when he started to probably look at Ethereum more honestly, and the DeFi potential, and this other product that was in his head at the time about a market fit of a CD, a blockchain CD. So you look at these other people that, whether they're influencers, I think it actually will get, for many, it'll get more toxic and more trying to throw shit of some form.
Bring it.
Because they will stand basically on their last leg.
I got nothing left. I don't care.
They believe that they're. I mean, they believe that they're right. And
that's cool. That's cool, because
they think that they have this. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna. What do I got to do for fun? What do I got to do for fun anymore? I'm just gonna wait for my HEX bags to ride. So guess what? I'm just gonna have fun fucking with them for the rest of their days. I'm gonna be a thorn in their side. They could block me, do whatever they want, but they're gonna have to listen to me, and I'm gonna tell the truth about every single one of them and all the shit that they've been pulling out there, because that's what needs to be exposed. Is what they've all been doing to crypto, and HEX doesn't have to stand for that, because we stand on a whole different set of values over here. Everything's completely different over at HEX. So the problem is they don't have a scam. They don't have a scam, and they've wanted it to be a scam, but they don't got one. So guess what? I'm going to spend the rest of my days having a whole bunch of fun fucking with them and letting them call me whatever the fuck they want to. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Well,
I got a channel now, bitches.
To ghost, these things that don't really bring value to your life. And you look at CoinMarketCap, and you look at Nomics, and you look at the spectrum between what the BTI report was saying, right? You guys saw the integrity report, basically, of aggregators. And yeah, I mean, it just, the messaging you can get out there is to look at fact, not personality, but fact. Yeah.
But all they're going to have after Big Payday is origin address. And we've heard it a million times, and it's annoying as fuck, sure. But
they're going to be like, they're going to be older than me going, hey, fucking origin address.
Yeah. Somebody tried to use the article. Somebody tried to use the scam parody article today.
Yes, I saw that shit. I saw that shit. Like, and like his name was the name of like a research. He's like a research site or something too. Like, yeah. I do research that's so horrible. I don't even read the article.
That was his,
although I will say that moment was like a pretty funny exchange, because I've watched the whole Chris Bleck thing so far, like pretty throughout, and like, man, like he didn't get it at all. Like that just threw him through, and even like he's already confused, and he doesn't get that whole premise of that article at all.
I was more confused. He's like, I can't tell if the article's for or against. What the hell is going on?
He's like, who would waste their time doing this? And you're like, man, people who have been
that was somebody with a shill link, bro. That was a shill link freaking article. It was a shill link article.
I was like, it was one of those things where you're like, I want to explain.
and then And then even one of our hexagons put up an article out there and said, hey, look, check this guy's article out. And I hadn't seen it before, but I started reading it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's like hex scam, this, that, and the other. And it's an article. And I look up at the top and it's 10 months old. I was like, this is fucking, they're pulling old shit out. This is, you know, we've already been through that.
I posted 12 days into the launch. Richard did an interview with Crypto Crow, whatever. And I mean, there's nuggets of gold in there, and to see that Richard has followed through on everything his intention, that the community has grown, remarkably, that the knowledge base has grown remarkably on something that is complex, but it really is a simple premise. You know, you stake it, that means you're not selling it, that means price goes up, and you get rewarded for that. I mean, what's so difficult about the concept?
The concept isn't difficult, but like as somebody who's messed around with mining and masternode coins and proof of stake and all that garbage for a while, like a long time now, you know, it's an easy concept, but it's not easy to actually execute properly at all. And like you see, most of the time the systems get gamed like very, very easily. And, you know, most of these delegated proof of stake systems, there's large whales who easily are able to outrun the rest of everybody because of the way that the rewards are given out. I mean, and so that like it's a simple concept, but you like all of the carrot and stick and the balance features that exist in it really are totally necessary and make it what
it's
it is.
Delayed gratification with skin in the game where you actually take a hit if you don't do what you say you were going to do. So people are like, oh, well, this price is going to go up forever. No, crypto goes down 70% all the time. Oh, are you never supposed to sell? No, you're supposed to sell. You're just supposed to sell little bits a lot later when you say. We're talking years. We're not talking flipping something next month or next week. This isn't trading. So we're taking trading out. We're putting in long-term holding. And hey, eventually maybe you will be able to pay for shit in Hex, but not that matters anyway, because that might never happen, honestly. But
and it doesn't need to either for the price to go up and people to get what they want out of the system. Then it doesn't need to. It doesn't. It's fine.
Responsible get outs.
No one's dumping on the same day, except for all the little fish, you know, guys that are going to fag out at BPD.
Yeah.
Look at this. So I'm looking at Nomics right now, and the funny thing is that. Whatever his name is, John, the Charlie Lee's water boy over at Litecoin, got into a little Twitter battle with us.
Yeah.
What's that?
What is it?
Oh, we got in a little Twitter battle with Johnny, whatever his name is, from Litecoin. Litecoin's John Kim. That's him, John Kim. He's funny. He's a cool dude, man. But he got into a little Hex is a scam with us, you know. And then, oh, you little guys, you don't have any followers, you don't have a coin, you just have a scam. It's a big connect thing, blah blah blah. He really like kind of went like full fucking elite crypto arrogant freaking retard on us, and it's funny. We're sitting on top of Litecoin's head right now. I'm just staring at it right now and going, isn't that fucking nice? Isn't that just fucking nice? He talked shit like they were something special, and we weren't, and they just got out market capped, which is, you know, is what it is. Goodness gracious, falling down the ladder.
Polkadot's next.
Yep.
Polkadot's next. Binance.
You know, that's funny too. Is that like everyone lost their minds when Polkadot showed up and like jumped into the top 10 real quickly, and like, are we going to get the credit deserved for when we usurp their position? Absolutely not. That's what game are we watching? Are we watching the same program? It's
been another argument. But Polkadot for the last 6 months, 8 months. Yeah. Polkadot.
I'm sure Dollar Cost knows what it is.
It's number 8.
Another Gavin Wood thing.
Number 8.
It's Gavin Wood's project.
So he made attaching to a name. It's the same as like a Dan Larimer launch. Okay, it's another thing that Darren Larimer did and didn't finish.
Yeah.
Mr. Procrastination. Oh, look at us back up there, cranking back up again.
For you guys in the chat that think I'm feeling some type of way, bro. I got enough Hex, man. I'm smiling, man. I'm happy. Hex is winning right now. I don't care. I don't care, bro.
Hex is winning. Well, Hex has always been winning. It's always been winning. It's just been getting spit in the face all the way, around the track. All the way around the track. It's been getting spit on, and now we're coming into the freaking home stretch, and we're in the pack lead, guys. We're in the pack lead on the home stretch of our launch.
I really
the only thing I'm sad about is I've staked shorter than I should have on like parts of my ladder. I was like, now I'm like, fuck, that thing's gonna be due in like a year. Oh man, I can't like reset it because it's not halfway yet.
The same
so,
feeling, yeah.
My depression is like, oh man, I can't go back in time and set that longer.
No, I'm the other way. I'm very happy with what I did. I'm super stoked about like all of my stuff, and like some of the stakes that I did that were long term, like large long term 555 stakes. Like if Hex was at a penny and I had that, and I had that coin in my hand right now, liquid, and like I could either stake it and see it in 15 years, or like just have it right now. There's.
It's the ultimate marshmallow test.
There's a whole part of me that would be like, I mean, I'm sure I would stake some out again that far if I didn't. But like,
would you be saying, "I'm rich, bitch"?
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, dangerously stupid said, I talked shit about Hex for months, and every time I opened my big mouth, it just went up more.
Hopefully you bought in now, man. You got 20 days left for big payday. It's not too late.
EP. So. Sold all my Bitcoin bags today before the pump and finished my 15-year ladder. Congrats, bro. Good job. Life is easy if you're looking into the rearview mirror. Borrowed aliens.
I actually, and just cleaning up a bunch of stuff because like I don't really have anything on anywhere anymore. Like I've Hex is like my, when I was mining, I had bags of like ridiculous coins that on different exchanges or on other and I just found a wallet that had like $400 or something like that worth of some coin in it that I was like, what? Sick, dump time. So
it's funny because 8 months ago I was doing a lot of trading. Like I saw Crypto Coffee put in there about you can do local crypto or whatever to basically trade and basically get Ethereum and different methods, and I sent a different one, which is Paxful. And on Paxful, there's like 350 ways. Now you got to be very careful because there's a lot of scammers on there. And it's peer-to-peer. So you got to be very, very careful. And I wouldn't really put a lot of money per transaction. But I was flipping like the past 3 days, I've been flipping BTC because you can buy basically for about 5% under market if you know what you're doing. And you can sell for about 30% above market. So I've been trying to like roll over because I was taking a stake like 2 days before this last fucking hurrah, But yeah, anything you can do to participate more is what I've been trying to do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm really excited about the fact, like, honestly, the big payday situation is going to be awesome to get past, like, to be able to explain the system in a more succinct, easy, simplistic way to people, without bonuses, without all the other goofy shit they're like. I mean, I'm a big fan of it right now, but like it's also somewhat of a hurdle for me to explain some of this stuff to people, and like anybody who's pragmatic or real or like a typical investor is gonna be like, big payday, what for, big pump, any of the things, exactly, whatever pays better, any of the ways that you say these things. I mean, I understand that that works and sounds great, but like, well, some people just retract. So
yeah, I mean,
and like now it pumps like this, and like I have a few friends who I'm like, bro, like they'd be like, dude, like I don't know how many more times I can tell you, man. I feel like I've yelled about it enough, especially cats who tell me about like, oh dude, I bought this stock and sold this other, made like 10% or whatever. I'm like, bro.
Cool.
Well, see, after big paydays happens though, you can transition to a conventional business that has margin, a conventional business, product, service, whatever you want to do, real estate, rental.
Well, I mean,
you can transition, but you can still stake a percentage of your margin into Hex and have a better ROI long term.
Yep.
So, you know, right now it has been over the past year, it's been about referral and educate your people that you care about, or people that you basically send a link to, or whatever it might be. But when BPD happens, you personally probably should transition to being business minded. If you're business minded, you can find a product or service or make one and turn some of that margin into a longer multiple, because you can stack dollars in margin, but you can't compound it as easily as you can inside the Hex system. So that's what I do. You know?
Yeah, and just in general, I mean, just that the whole idea that, you know, it's going full-time crypto is something that, like, I'm not saying that, like, somebody might not be having mad enough gains already to be like, all right, I'm good forever or something like that. If, you know, but like the point of it is that, like, if you're doing something else, then you're not just sucking from the system to, you know, the whole, you know, you're way more incentivized to, you know, restake your principal if you already have several cash flows working for you, you know, in regular dollars. So, like, yeah, I do recommend that. I mean, like, that's why not have some, I mean, no financial advice or whatever, but, like, you know, just like, yeah, have other shit going on, man. I mean,
yeah, you got 10 toes and 10 fingers for a reason.
Yeah,
got 10 different streams, you know, same sort of thing. Don't count
Hey,
on
a milestone, guys. We are beating Velvet. Velvet's up right now, and we're beating her.
What is Velvet? What the fuck is Velvet?
Velvet? You mean Double D Velvet?
Velvet's she's the girl that they have dancing in our chat room all the time.
Look how far we have.
Wait a minute. Why are we even talking about this 1 penny per hex thing?
Let's bring her.
What is this?
Maybe she'll come on the stream.
What the fuck? We're beating Velvet? That's the news
That's
story.
big news, man.
Yeah.
I mean, collectively, we are worth more than 2 double Ds, bro. Bruh.
1 million Hex can pay
There
for
she is. She's in the chat room now. Hey.
Chat room right now.
That's not. I feel blushy. I feel a little blushy right now. She's in the chat.
I'm nervous.
Now I got nervous. I got camera shot all of a sudden.
Hex going to a penny is hotter than Velvet today. That is awesome. Thank you, Dlive. Thank you.
Incredible.
And YouTube's like almost tapping 100 viewers. That's cool.
That's just cool. A psychological barrier too. If we hold above a penny, we're off.
Yeah. I mean,
we're off to 3 to 7 cents. I think last time we had a blow off top, we went up 7.5x. So I think if we cross 1 penny, we're up to 3 to 7 cents. If I'm being conservative.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Brennan had that figure up there on Twitter that was like it was before we were still down at 0.8, and it was that $400,000 would bring us to a penny, and like $8 million at Uniswap would bring us to over 8 cents. You know, so you know,
so we got a Ninja Guinea. Ramy Poon sent us another Ninja Guinea.
Nice.
It says you know you are winning when a cryptocurrency is more interesting to Dlive than big titties.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll maybe that'll be for a forever thing, but I don't know.
Thanks for the diamond, Hex Monkey. Thanks for that.
It oscillates, man. It oscillates. It oscillates between. It's an oscillator. It oscillates between that to this. To that.
Oh yeah, when we're on a dump, there'll be harder times. There'll be less people hanging out. I'm sure when we're dumping.
Oh, I've been there. I've been there when there's been like 30 people total viewing, and there's like nothing going on, and Hex has been sideways for like a month or month and a half, and it's like nothing to talk about, and all we got is our toilet humor that we can throw out there and fleshlights.
What other asset class can you talk about and say it's been a month of stability? Man, what the fuck?
Stability.
Like nothing's happening.
That was a long month though.
It was a long month.
Kinetics. We're talking about batteries. Yes, not anything else. Double D batteries.
Exactly. Lithium.
You remember that?
Yeah. I don't want
to
virgin years to be. Sorry, what?
Yeah. Me and Captain were DMing people like all day. Hey, come on the show. Come on the showing. Crickets.
Oh man. Crickets. Like, I gotta wash my hair.
We got to get.
I gotta go clean
what's
out
the
my
name?
crypto bags.
Nerd Girl on this thing again. Nerd Girl is posting recently about like her investment strategy, and she's rolled over a lot on her understanding of how HEX works. You know?
Yeah, you can tell she's definitely been paying more attention and figuring it out now. You get some stakes done, and then you start becoming interested, and then the price, doubles, and then you become a little more interested. Shit.
And you're like, wait a minute, that's my interest. Wait a minute, Big Payday does what? What? Wait, these are my stakes. How's it? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see all that right in front of you, right in front of your face. And then when you put it on Staker app, holy shit, Stefan Firebun, you killing me, man. I can't. My phone is always running Staker app now. I'm always on Staker app.
Yeah,
look, you could see your ranks and stuff, and all of your different. I mean, that's freaking. This thing's addicting right here, and it's probably going to get worse. I know they're going to gamify it even more. I mean.
Oh yeah.
That. Look at that! Wow.
Stake,
and then
purchase,
you could like
purchase, sold, stake, purchase. Yeah, it's a nice scroll.
Yeah, we're just. I mean, if that was the dip right there after a penny, that's no big. I mean, I'm cool with that. That was a brief.
And they just the way they put your stakes in there. So, so when you look at your stakes, it's like it looks like paychecks because they're just sitting there with the dollar amount on it and how much you've made, and it's freaking awesome, man. It's like, that's payday right there. Okay, all right.
And I like on holidays, like Christmas, my birthday, different stuff like that, because it gives you something to look forward to.
Because they're like big fat ones on there. Yeah. You're like, oh, look at that! Look at that fatty right there.
Yeah, I like the language that he's using too. He's using halted instead of early end stake or emergency or any that kind of language.
And then that's the paychecks before big payday, because all your shit's at least going to double right there. All those amounts that are there are going to double. So you're like, oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, Gary, that was one of my recommendations. I was like, hey, maybe we don't want to use the word emergency because then a user's going to think that's related to them somehow. Like we don't want them thinking, oh, there's an emergency. No, that's a good thing actually for you. Yeah, that's a really good thing.
Yeah,
halted makes it easier too. It just makes it so much easier for somebody to hit that button. Halted, yeah, I'm going to halt it. I'm ready to halt. Emergency end stake's like, oh, I don't want to hit that red button, man. Halted, it should be like pink with little birds flying around it, like
and flowers.
Well, the truth is, a lot lot of people
go ahead and halt it.
Take your money, take your money away.
Take your money. Take me. Take me. Little birds flying, bees buzzing.
Fucked up, man. You're just like incentivizing people, like put some shitty game on top, some freemium fucking game on top of it that like get some extra gems if you unstake your coins and shit.
You hook it up to your bank account and it says, "You're broke. Push me. Push
and
me."
It's gone. Oh, your money's gone.
So the language wasn't really, when it was saying emergency end stake, it wasn't really taking account that a lot of people were wanting to stake for longer. So they would take the hit so that they could reset for longer. And that halting language makes more sense in lots of different ways because, it's not an emergency. It's just I have to do it to have a better ROI.
Yeah. What's his face? CM taught us all about that earlier a couple of days ago when he sold off those that made the biggest hex penalties in the system so far. And like he did it with calculation. I mean, he's been here just as long, like since I started around, like paying attention to the hex chat rooms, like but way before it was launched, he was there and he did that with conviction. He knew exactly what he was doing and why he was doing it. And thank you to him for all the penalties. Appreciate that.
Hey, Dragon, send me a DM.
That's another reason to be laddered. If you are laddered, you're laddered and you end one of your stakes early, your other ladder rungs get part of your ended penalties. Right? It's another reason to be laddered.
Hey, Hexy Grandma's in the chat, guys. Haven't seen her for a while. Hexy Grandma, welcome. We saw your stream the other day with Wreck Pirate. 1 cent. And number 9, passing Litecoin. Yeah, baby. Litecoin, get your ass down, bitch. Grandma hyperventilating and with the sexy talk. Palpitations hit. Going to take a cold shower. Night, night, boys. Enjoy. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you for that, Grandma.
Oh, it's so killer that like to see this come to fruition, to become real, like dollar cost, like you said, man, fucking real money. You know, like it's so cool to see that shit. Like, so like here we are, and
Real money.
nobody's got to wait. Like crypto grandma doesn't have to wait 5 years or 10 years or whatever. She ain't got to wait. It's like it's here now. There's gains for you now.
Yeah. I mean, damn. Look at the smiles on everybody's face. Grins everywhere, all over for everyone. That's awesome. Let's see what we got over here.
You know what's so cool about Crypto Grandma is that she did the math and figured out that it was legit. Like she was like, yeah, I did the math. I looked at the math, and the math checked out with Hex. She's like,
yep.
Damn, Skippy, man. That was really cool. I wish we could see her more on stream. I know she just did something with Crypto Cabana and stuff, but damn, we got to get her on stream more often.
Yeah, I mean, cool. Having smart cats like that that's the thing, is that everybody has done, like everyone has their version of the math that they've done to make their like investment in this or their maneuver into this situation like make sense to them, and so far, I mean, almost no one is wrong, you know. So that's, I mean,
yep.
Peter McCormick getting wrecked article is trending on Twitter. Richard just posted, OKEX has a wallet with about 200,000 Bitcoin in it. Apparently, only a single person has the key to it, and he's under police custody. That's a lot of Bitcoin. You can sell coins you can't access. Bullish?
Yeah.
You can't sell coins you can't access. Bullish. Oh, man, that's messed up.
2% of the total supply of Bitcoin? Damn.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean,
if somebody's in jail, don't you think that they'll use that as a token to get back out? It was like, hey, I'll give up the keys.
That's the thing, is it's bullish for Bitcoin in the short term until the authorities get their hands on those keys. The authorities can only sell that shit, and then that's all they're gonna do.
Right. So they don't care about price point.
So I don't usually do this on Wednesdays. What's that?
What did OKEX do for that guy to get arrested? Do we know?
I don't know. I don't know what they did.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
Run exchange.
Hold on a second. I got another. I'm getting a lot of messages. I don't usually do this, but Dragon wants to come in, so I'm going to let him come in.
Who's that?
He's one of our Twitter regulars out there, and he's been asking to get on. Hey, I just walked on. I did small.
You know what? It was 1%. It was 1%. I fucked up. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on?
Internet Lurker says, anyone get a scam text message from Ledger? I got one today. Guess they got my info from the hack. Yeah, if anyone getting a scam SMS message, I would just change your phone number, honestly. That's you can be SIM swapped, and that's not good. Even though really there's nothing to worry about if you are not using SMS as two-factor authentication. It's not a 2FA method.
Always use like Authenticator or something like that, and preferably or like Trezor does it too, or Ledger. You can do it with those devices too. YoKey or the UB keys.
There's no reason to have that too. There's no real reason to have that on your phone. I mean, on the phone that you use to carry around.
It's simplicity. I get it. People don't want to be. I mean, there's people like Yasif in the chat and Twitter was saying that like he just onboarded some folks and like they're literally like we're happy with taking a picture of their private keys, and like you can tell people sometimes like, bro, do not do that, and they'll be like, okay, cool, yeah, totally, okay, but like I'm still going to do it.
But like an old smartphone, an
Yeah.
iPod
Oh, yeah, that's- I
Touch, mean, you don't have to carry it in your back pocket, put it in your car, leave it at a bar. You don't have to do that. There's no reason. I mean, as much electronics as everybody has around them, a 2-year-old phone, just use that, put that in the safe or wherever it is. There's no reason to put that on your primary phone that you carry.
Oh, it's Dagron, not Dragon. What's up, Dagron? How you doing?
I've seen Dagron. I remember Dagron.
It's not fucking Dragon.
Dagron 3? I remember him.
Yeah, I remember.
Cool. Yeah. But you know something else you could do for Sims with SIM card swaps and shit or attacks and stuff? Just go to your carrier and request that in order for you to get a new SIM card, you have to go in person.
Yeah,
you go into the store.
You have to go. You just do that, and that'll at least lower the the attack vector a little bit. Something. I mean, just a little more to feel better at night.
Yeah, don't put your crypto on your phone if you can help it too. I mean, I know people do, but like, I don't particularly recommend it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I think
I've onboarded enough people, and I have people that I've onboarded that have Hex in every possible way that you could have it, good, bad, and very, very ugly. And sure, there's some people that have it on their phone.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if it becomes as it becomes notable, I've told several people they may want to find themselves a separate device or safety deposit box or some sort of, something that's a little more secure than their back fucking pocket.
I got to get me some of those metal private key things.
This one here. I actually have one.
Really? Where'd you get yours from?
Hey, show it to the screen. Yeah, I can't read it yet. Can you turn it over? Oh, yeah.
Cool.
It's basically like a punch out of your keys.
You get a little thing that you can tamp the letters onto the thing.
Yeah.
It's heavy. It's a steel plate,
Yeah.
Some weird descriptive diagram on the front or whatever. But yeah, it's by a company called Crypto Steel. CryptoSteel.com makes these. And I think I got it in a kit with I got this Trezor. I bought it like a package because I needed some Trezors, and I bought that. So there's this game that came out that's coming out for, I don't know if you've whatever. This is off topic, but who cares? It's called Light Night, I believe is the name of it, and it's a first person shooter game that's on Steam that uses that's supposed to be using the Lightning Network. So if you shoot people,
Lightbringer, right?
Light Night, I believe is the name of it.
Okay.
Light Night, and NITE, I think, and it's $20 to get the pre version of it, and then again in the game, supposedly, again, it doesn't work yet. It's not actually working yet. It's like a demo beta version, but supposedly by March they're supposed to have you shoot people, you get some of their Bitcoin, they shoot you, they get some of yours, that basic idea. But Trezor, I didn't give a shit about the game. Honestly, Trezor had they're giving away 50 of these Trezors that are etched with the Light Night thing and come with some stupid NFT in-game items. And I was like, that's gonna be worth some money. So I just bought them. I just bought one because why not? And it came with some posters and some cool ass fucking items and shit. And I'm sure that I'll be honest with you, I'm probably sure I'll be able to sell these fucking stupid items for more than the Trezor that I bought. It's just
that is correct.
We know people that have
correct,
stocks.
sir. Yeah.
We know people that have stocks that would turn into $6,000. So
yeah. I mean, do I give a fuck about it? No, I don't. I don't even open up the Trezor. It's sitting in I'm not even gonna use it or anything.
Dragon, welcome.
What's going on, brother?
Dagron.
Yeah.
I remember
cool.
you.
Yeah, we can hear you, brother.
Yeah, I've just been in the chat, Twitter, just been chilling behind the scenes, mostly just liking stuff, commenting here and there and in the chat.
So it took you a penny to get on stream. That's what's going on.
It took me, I was like, at a penny, I guess I'll jump in.
Everyone's got their price.
I've talked to Coffee before,
right,
on other stuff, but I've been in since April, and I've been doing the dollar cost crypto dollar cost averaging in. So
Yes,
since
sir.
like April, I bought some in May, I bought some in August, and then I bought some just like yesterday at midnight. So, or today at midnight, I bought some today at like 0.0089. I was like, all right, I'm all in now. I was like, what's the point in waiting for a small dip of 10%? In 10 years, it's not going to make a difference. Whether if I bought it at a cent, 2 cents, or if I bought it at 0.007. So it's like my average is still relatively low. So I'm up, and I just looking at my portfolio here, it's just like I've never seen numbers like this. I've never, and I'm just like, and I just refresh it, and I've just never seen numbers like this before, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I made
damn.
these kind of games was 2017, but this is the beginning of the next bull run, right? Not the peak.
Right.
And also, it's meant to survive many bull runs. So
For
Do
sure.
it, David. Do it. Come on.
Oh, David. Yeah, man. Step up. I've been talking with him a bit. He's actually part of, we're doing this guessing what the price is going to be at rollover at BPD. And I set up a special wallet for it. And we're putting 10,000 hex each into it. And then the winner is the one that gets closest to the score.
And then we just DM you like on Telegram or something, or
Yeah, as long as you're somebody that puts a face on camera, and you can update your price call on anybody's live stream. So if you come on this live stream, if you come on Hexo, if you're on the 24-hour stream, you can update as long as you're a live person, as long as you're a real person. You can't be anonymized.
Oh yeah, that's right.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's like 40 grand in there now, or 40,000 hex, not $40,000.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it might be $40,000
It's
one
gonna
day.
be for sure.
I was gonna say our little fantasy football pool that we all put in. We all put in. Everybody put in. 5,000 hex, or it was like at the time, $15 or something like that. Is now going to be a sizable return come big payday. It's
Well, the idea is that you can put in, but then it gets staked, and then it's going to be 10 days, or I think I'm putting it to be 10 days after, so that you don't have to pay like crazy ETH fees and live through the volatility. So basically, if you're the winner, whatever the pot is staked for 10 days before BTBD, and then you get it on the 10th day after BBD or whatever.
So drag on. So how did you get into Hex? Were you kind of playing around during the beginning of that, or right after it launched?
Dude, I was like scared to. I'm gonna say scared to jump into Hex because, dude, it was like you mentioned earlier in the stream. It was at a Satoshi. It was worth nothing. And thinking now, it's like, well, it was worth nothing. Why didn't you just put something in January, February, March? And it took me until that. What was it, the Genesis whale that fucking doubled the price right away?
Yeah.
And then I jumped in like April or whatever, and I'm like, this is what it took me to jump in. And then I'm just like, and then I just kept putting money here and there, and I got my little stack, and I have some stakes that are ridiculous, like 500 hex, the 2,000 hex, but then I ended some, like most people did, and then I just threw them like at 8, 9, 10, 15 years plus, or not 15 years plus, but like at the 15-year ladder, and it made a difference. But I still have those like small stakes, like in year 2022, 23, 24, 25, that it wasn't worth unstaking to like, with that transaction fees, so I was just
you
like,
still want to realize some of the money too. Like, it's the whole
that too,
just eventually, it's not like we're never going to sell, right? We're just going to
for sure.
Perpetual passive income machine. At least that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, ideally, price pumps so high that when you sell, you don't even have to sell that. Like you said, the interest at best, just a little bit here and there. No big deal.
Right.
So you have to thank Richard for the design of that, because it's basically shares. It's basically a percentage that I would come back to you. But if you don't end stake it and it redistributes to the staking class, there was no ETH gas cost for that redistribution. When $50,000 worth of Hex had to be distributed to 190,000 people, we needed ZK Sync, right? And even then, it was 3 times the value of what was being distributed in ETH gas. So I'm not wanting my smaller stakes to dissolve, But if it doesn't make sense to claim them in some amount of time, because they were really small, some of them were really small, then that gets redistributed to the staking class. And it didn't cost anything. It wasn't friction in the machine. It wasn't friction in the system.
Right.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't ever think about that until just now when you said that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it totally makes sense. I think
Hey,
I have like a super small stake that I messed up once back in the day for like 0.3 something hex in like 2026, I think. It's just like I don't even know why I did that. I was like,
It's gonna be 4 hex. It's gonna be worth 4 hex.
exactly. Yeah, you never know.
$4 one day.
For sure.
Oh my head.
But no, I've been following Richard since like most of us back in 2017.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I didn't get in December, January. And it took me till April to be like, what am I waiting for?
I mean, still be glad you did when you did, man. Shit, like I know people that I've like, good friends who I've been like, very clear that hey, this is like just throw $100 at it, man. Just like what's the worst that can happen, like, and they're still maybe I should get into that, man. I'm like, yeah, probably. I mean, you only can tell people so many times, you can only, so like be glad that like I'm any turnaround and able to make a move like that is awesome, man. I mean, I do welcome any of the maxis that talk shit and anybody else along the way. Come on back. Come on this way. I mean, we're more than happy.
Absolutely everybody.
Yeah.
It took me till about
I
want to say like on Monday, about what's today, Wednesday. It took me till Monday to convince my girlfriend to put some money in. And I mean, the price was like at 0.008, I think, but it took that long to convince my girlfriend after I showed her multiple times my portfolio, and she's like, is that really what you have? And I'm like, numbers don't lie, this is it. And I got her own wallet, I told her about it, and then she's like, how can I get my parents, because she's like, my parents don't have a 401k, they only have some savings, and how can I contribute to this? I'm like, honestly, like, this is the only way, and just stake it out for them, and this is how much you're gonna get. And they're the math is saying you're gonna get 80 to 250 times plus the amount you invested. So like, do the math on that. And she got mind blown, and I'm just like, why did it take you so long? I didn't want to force her, obviously. She's my girlfriend, and if things work out, we're both gonna reap the rewards. But the funny thing is, it literally took her till 2 days ago to say yes, I'm gonna be in, and to try and get her parents a little staking ladder as well.
Well, I feel like I heard this from a movie once. I don't know where it was, but like a lot of life is like just the process and whatever it is, and moving from like the no to the yes and whatever it is, and like we all hopefully make it there eventually. But like, man, it's like, I mean, it's always glad to see somebody do it. Like to do that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And if you're wondering, I mean, what I'm doing for my parents is they don't want to hear about cryptocurrency, and they don't give a shit. So I'm staking 1 year out on Christmas Day, going to give them each, $100,000 hex staked till each of their birthdays the next year. So they can't sell it right away, right? They have to hold it. They're forced to hold it. And to them, it's like I'm giving them, an $800 gift, but who knows what it's going to be by 1 year later.
Exactly.
So I think that's my strategy for someone that really doesn't want to, like, really doesn't give a shit. Because people, if the pitch doesn't get you, if the design doesn't get you, then the price will eventually get you.
Yeah, I feel like people are too wrapped up in their world that if you mention cryptocurrency, they've never heard of it, first of all, or they've heard bad things about it, or it just doesn't interest them. It's just like, oh, I have my IRA, I have my 401k.
They have like these blockades. I have, that they're like, when that when you start being like, hey, listen, this investment is like actually better. You should like check the, like, serious. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but I have people that are like, man, that's cool for you, man. That's cool. That's cool for you. But they just don't want to, like, it's a pride thing. They don't want to believe that there's something that they haven't heard of that actually works. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Eventually at a couple dollars, they'll be like, hey, dude, whoa, saw your Instagram. Looks like you're having a good time.
Exactly. For sure.
So I haven't seen Kevin Hex again before. Maybe in the Telegram room. I haven't seen you on stream before.
Yeah, hey, Kevin.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah,
what's
guys.
going on, brother?
Hi. Yeah. Congrats, guys. Finally at a penny.
That's right.
Yeah.
It takes people to,
Finally.
you know, jump
Almost
on.
10 months. Took almost 10 months to get a penny.
It's more than a year for me. Yeah. Finally.
It's too long.
Too long, man.
It feels good. That's for damn sure. And I feel like there's plenty of upward motion to go.
All right, well, I'm back. My
Oh,
my ISP throttled me down on my hotspot, so I have to be on my phone now. So
Gatekeeping.
gatekeeping me. Yep. Hey, Dragon, what's up? Welcome, bro.
dang.
What's going on?
Not much. Welcome to the show. And who else we got in there? I can't read it so damn small. Kevin Hexican, what's happening, bud?
ARG3. Yeah. Finally, we meet on camera. Yeah.
Finally, we meet on stream. Usually, don't let it. Everybody was asking to get on tonight. So, what do you guys? You guys are all fired up for the penny, huh?
Yeah,
Man.
that's what we're saying. It took for Hex to get to a penny for us to jump on.
All right.
part of the milestone club here.
Exactly.
I'm sure we'll have some more on Friday too.
No, we're gonna have some more in like 2030 saying like, "Oh, hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Back again.
Yeah. 24-hour stream. Feel free to stop by.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
going
for
to be
sure.
fun. We're ready for that one.
For sure.
Yeah.
But
I
guys,
can't wait to see the Twitters of Richard over this next 2 weeks. I think it's going to be, kind of fired up the old Richard that we remember
I
kicking
love it.
indoors.
I love it. But guys, hey, I just wanted to jump in for a little bit. I'm gonna go hit a workout, and just want to say hi and jump in, and get so you guys could get a face
hi.
to the name.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Appreciate
hopefully
you
I can
coming
jump on
bro.
in future streams, and
See you on Friday. Get on here on
Friday?
Friday.
okay,
You're Friday,
sounds
dude.
good. For sure.
All right, good to have you on.
All right, later,
Another
guys.
face without a bot, right? Another face
Exactly.
without a bot.
No, I'm a bot, guys. I'm a bot.
We all are. It's okay.
I'm actually Bunga. I'm just
And he's got a brother.
I'm
He's got
just
a
kidding.
brother.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you were Tone Vase. I think we found out
No.
who Tone Vase is. Somebody saw Tone Vase at somebody's house behind him, I think.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
malnourished.
Did you guys see that tweet?
Yeah.
No, someone
No.
was scrubbing through the video to find some evidence of tone base.
Someone was scrubbing through somebody else's video and saw the tuff of the vase. Now, it may have been, or it may not have been, but it looked pretty close. And I don't want to dox the guy, but he could be the Tone Vase, or Tone Vase was sneaking up on him.
Yeah. All right, later, guys.
Later.
Talking about Tone Vase, like to share a little story on how I met Richard. He was in Singapore, which is where I am right now. So he was in Singapore last year, October, for the block show event. Yeah, that's where he grilled Tone Vase. Yeah. So how I got to know Richard was through that video that he roasted. What's his name? Great, right?
Yeah. We called him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you in the room there?
Of course not. Yeah.
Oh,
But so I got in touch with him and I said, hey, guy, maybe I should do a translation to do the subtitles for Chinese for that video, and say, okay, go for it. Then I looked more and more into his videos and said, okay, this guy's interesting. So yeah, then he came to Singapore last year and said, why don't we meet? And okay, cool. So we met outside the show, and he was doing his own live. He was doing his own interviews outside. He was like carrying all his own gear, everything, tripod, camera, everything. He was doing it all by himself. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. Really cool dude. So
I like him.
One man.
Hell
One
yeah,
man.
we like
one
him.
man show, man. One man show.
Hell yeah, we like him.
That's great.
Rocket man.
Trying to see if I can at least get a little back on so I can pull the chat up. Maybe I could throw some lemons in the chest. I didn't put any lemons in the chest before I got kicked off here.
Oh no.
Oh no. The chat room's gonna be pissed. It's gonna be bitching and moaning about the lemons. Let's see here.
Amirs asks, where the heck is Michael, Kevin? I'm not sure who that is.
Michael, I don't know.
I don't know. She's
Michael-
asking
Oh,
you,
Michael was going to come in, right? When who else was going to join in? Trying to get brave and be on camera. Who was it?
I think this is Richard just sent me a link. So if somebody is trying to get in, please let them in.
Oh, okay.
Sure. No one's in yet. So
Okay.
Because I sent Richard sent me a message. I sent him the link. Some guy wanted to come in because apparently he put like $600 or $700 into Hex a little while back and made enough money to pay off his $35,000 student loan, and he is debt free.
woo.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that. The tweet. He put his picture up and had a Hex sweatshirt on.
Yeah. Hope he's watching because that's pretty badass.
He's
That would
supposed to
never
be.
years.
He's supposed to be coming in. I sent the link over. So
That'd be awesome.
trying
It reminds me of this veteran story, right? They're saying about how it can impact your life. I think that should be like the next thing that people, if they actually exit into dollar and they actually pay off debt and they relieve some of the stress in their life, because a lot of people are going through stress in 2020, right? So if they actually do those things and they realize a gain, don't shit talk the person that basically takes stress out of the life because they had a 35x of their money, right? Don't shit talk that person. The whole purpose of buying Hex is eventually to sell Hex. That's the whole purpose. So this person's going to come in, and I think it's a great story. And if this veteran or these other people start to come to the public when they're afraid to be in the public, and they start telling stories of actually doing the thing that they intended to buy Hex for, which was make gains, right? So don't shit talk people because they sell some of their Hex. I think that's a big point we should try to highlight too.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's hodling, and then there's holding it all the way down to Davy Jones' locker. I mean, you've got to spend some money.
Yeah.
You've got to realize some gains. You've got to do things in your life. Now, you young guys, hold off right now instead of
So let's old fucks so we can live.
Let
Yeah,
us,
we'll pay for
let
your
us take
retirement
some
plan.
gains first here, and then you guys can come get some later. But hold off on the freaking Lamborghinis and the freaking $10,000 tennis shoes and all the hookers and cocaine and all that. Hold off for a little bit.
Because
And,
Artie's got to go to Puerto Rico.
I just got to put my kids through fucking college, man, and maybe upgrade the swimming pool or something. Just give RG a little bit, man, just a little bit, and then you guys can come and start having hell with it. All right, you fuckers.
He said no Lambo, you guys.
He said just wait. He said delay your gratification. That's
I said delay gratification. Hodl, hodl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see this guy's story actually.
Yeah,
How
let's
big
see.
comes
Peter, where's Peter the Hex boy 7,000? You know what, bro? He sent me. He wanted me to mention one of his comments, I think. But sorry, Peter, I can't find the damn. I got kicked off the stream, so I can't find your text or anything. But shout out to you, bro, Peter the Hex boy, who goes by a different name in Telegram, who goes by a different name in Twitter. That's something you guys got to fix. Fix your fucking names and get one name.
That's right. Uniformity.
Yeah.
Notice how Hex has the same name across all platforms.
Wait, you guys. Who is that guy? Someone in the green room.
That might be him.
Uh-oh.
But there seems to be some sort of a vase.
Is he in there?
Is it a toned base?
Tone gonna give us some stories? No.
There he is. He's looking better than ever.
He's got a guest shot.
Just to crush this rumor that y'all started last night, I just want to check out the base of the vase.
Uh-oh.
It does not match the
that's
perpetrator.
Fake news. I
You
don't know.
know, those
They had
leaves
been
look like they got
clear.
manipulated. I think there's some manipulation there. I think that actually might have been a repotted plant.
Dude, you cannot do it. So just dispelling that, I was like laying down because I was like, oh shit, I'm just gonna listen to this, and I heard that crap, and I was like, oh my gosh, man, I gotta like just put this to bed. But yeah, the mystery remains. So,
Nice.
how y'all doing?
Remains. Okay, so it wasn't Cabana, guys. It wasn't Cabana. So
There's
Well, now
another
that Cabana sold all of his bags, I don't know if he can be on the show anymore, right? So you hit a penny and then Cabana sold everything. Is that what I heard earlier?
Did you not see my stream last night?
I thought that was just like, pushing the pump, That was
Oh yeah, well I did tweet it out today. I was like, yeah, it was the Cabano big pep pump, and that was it, I guess, right?
yep. Priuses are the new Lambos. Priuses are the new Hexagon Lambo is a Prius. All right, so go get yourself a Prius. Everybody go get themselves a Prius.
I want a Tesla. A lot of less.
You get a Prius, and you get a Prius, and you get a Prius.
You get a Prius, and you get a Prius.
I'll get an Earth.
And why would you go buy nice clothes? Just go to the thrift store. Then you'll be freaking cooler than shit, man. That's where you go. Thrift store.
All right, boy. I just want to hop on. We'll perhaps one day we will find out who the twin vase is, but
Maybe we'll keep looking.
this is not it. So
Hanukkah.
for many out there,
How
I'm
do we
sure.
know you? How we know you didn't change vases? How do we know you don't have him like in the back?
Well, that's what Gary was saying, but it's like you can't. It's like fitted to the vase. It's like you can't like get it out.
He's got more than one. He just went and bought that shit at Big Lots.
Well, yeah, I got like trees and stuff, and
Weed plants.
What house doesn't? Don't you guys have like potted plants and things? So.
No, I'm single.
Yeah,
I actually control my cave.
vegetation's nice, man.
I kill or eat everything that's green, so it doesn't live at my house. That's for sure.
That's too funny. All right, dudes.
All
I'll
right,
check
brother.
out.
Thanks
Have a
for
great
coming
rest of the stream. I'll be listening.
by. Yeah.
See ya.
That is killing me. My internet's killing me, guys.
So if it wasn't Cabana, it was probably a funding gym.
I don't got anything green. I mean, yeah, this is the closest thing to a potted plant I got. Oh, look, and it has a hex there.
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, wasn't me.
This thing's killing me. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to cut off. It's not.
Yeah, you're chopping up. It's
All
okay.
right. Have fun, Penny. Where are the
Penny.
bitches?
All right.
All right.
Are
You guys
ready?
got to run. So,
Oh no.
congrats,
Okay.
guys.
All right. Thank you for
See
coming
you
on,
guys.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Good to see
Bye.
you.
See ya.
All right.
And there was 3. All right. Who's next? Crypto Coffee.
Ooh, oh, I'm not gonna bitch out, dude.
Good. Thank you. Oh,
I'm actually going for 24 hours on the 24-hour day.
I want to do that too, but I'm like, now I see how many. There's a lot of people that want to do that now too.
Oh, really?
We'll have to. Yeah. So it's going to be kind of rough in terms of space.
We could play a game though. I don't think a lot of them are actually going to be able to,
Okay.
like physically. You're on mute.
Oh, am I? Oh,
No,
oh.
not you.
You can promote 2 rooms. Obviously, it'll be the Hexo show, and if there's bleed over, they can go over to the second room. I can run 10.
Sure.
And then, as the room space becomes available, because I can watch it on one screen and broadcast the 10 people that still want to talk about other stuff until they can, like a green room, like one room can be a green room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just funnel them over.
The dollar
I think
cost.
if it hits, I had the list somewhere, but the price is the price is the price. What you were guessing maybe between 3 to 7 cents for BPD, or was that a real guess, or was that sometime in the next year? What were you saying?
No, that was a real guess based on what happened last time. Last time we hit, it was the blow off top at I don't know what, but when it got all the way up to 0.0064.
Mm-hmm.
So when it went that high, it did a 65% move past the previous top, 10% retracement down to just 10%, and then from there it did a 7.5x, 750% to 0.0064. So,
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, if history repeats, which sometimes it does, it usually doesn't repeat exactly though. It might take more energy this time to move it up than last time, but it's possible.
So Jim, I'm a little more bullish this time. I'm a little bit more bullish. Yeah, like I think 3 cents is going to be the magical number. On the 15th or 16th, and then once we roll over those 2 or 3 days where there's like nothing going on, like there's no AA anymore, but there hasn't been a big payday payout.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I think we're going to touch 10 cents.
Wow.
Literally, like it's all like the real number is 8 cents, but we're going to overshoot it by 2 cents because it's the psychological number, right? 10 cents. Every million hex is 100 grand at 10 cents. That's a big psychological number. That's why I'm saying 10 cents. It's not off of like the charts or anything. It's just going off in psychology.
It is. It's psychological. Yeah, people like even numbers. People like multiples of 10, 5, and 2. So
when I start to see some of these not older, but these stalwarts start to roll over into paying attention to what Hex really is. Like Chris. Like I know you weren't very hot on his performance. It wasn't a Hex show. It was a show about something else.
I genuinely liked it. I think he's in his own coming to terms stage, and we're just witnessing it. He's tweeting it all out. So, just today he said he lost a lot of respect for people that were hating on Hex because they had nothing to go off of, and they were just full of hate. So he's like, well, no matter what side you're on, you got to look at things objectively. So, he's jaded by crypto, seeing people get wrecked. He doesn't want to promote something that people will get wrecked on, but he's not going to change his mind overnight, and this is kind of the first real look he's ever had into it. So I think there's no more people left to, I'm going to say this, right? But I can't picture anything bad happening adversarially to Hex price wise right now, except for the big payday mini dump of the small fish where we flush them out and then buy it back up. And then what? There's no more big scams. There's no more big leeches.
Anyone that could dump has dumped, and if they want to dump, they got to buy my fucking bag. That's what they.
Yep.
When you start if you're someone that has, and I may be wrong, but I think that the population, the demographic that is a Hex participant probably has more assets than just a credit card that they're buying crypto with and rolling over. They probably have, whether it's real estate of some sort or, like cars or whatever. I think they'll start to look at what is performing, what is actually, holding its own and stable or performing. And that's going to be a smaller percentage of their total portfolio class. So if they say, I need to move things from dead weight to performing, then you'll start to see some of those prices even go up because of the demographic that's chosen. There was a gaming token. I think it was rewarding people for playing games or something. He was just talking about something similar. Big K was, but there was something that got launched in 2017 or 18, and it was basically trying to feed into the Fortnite frenzy. And it was saying, okay, if you buy and stake this thing, you'll get more gaming rewards and you'll make money off of it because the value per token will go up. So it was that kind of pitch story. But that demographic doesn't necessarily have a lot of capital. They might have a weekly paycheck. They might have some kind of low overhead because they still live with their parents or something. But they don't have a lot of actual, 20 grand. Can they lay their hands on 20 grand pretty easily? A lot of people that have real estate are inside of Hex, and they can move from a low yield asset, or they can take debt against it, and they can try to roll it into something that's has good momentum potentially.
I borrowed on my Hex. I mean, on my Hex, on my crypto. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's options to do that too.
Yeah, you can take a 25% LTV loan, not too much risk on that, and why not? You know, fuck it, I'll roll the dice.
That's cool. Yeah, and again, if you have other things you can, people don't sell what they want to sell. People sell what they have to sell. So
Right.
if they have to sell something, they don't want to give up their collateral for a crypto loan. They don't want to have their ETH liquidated. So if they get enough time, then they can liquidate something else, or they can take a loan against something else that they have as collateral. So it's the same sort of thing. If you're looking at the demographic of the population that participates in HEX in general, I think that as far as participants, not linchpins and influencers and things like that, but actually like consumers of those and using the product that goes up in value. I think that the demographic is perfectly chosen. I think the messaging of a blockchain CD is perfectly chosen versus any other kind of utility of a token.
Yeah. I think the average age of a hexagon is probably like 25 and up. I'm kind of guessing.
I think it's
I
more
think
than
it's higher.
I think it's
Is
higher.
it, you think it's higher?
Yeah. The average age. Maybe
average
recently there's going to be more participants that are potentially younger, and maybe that'll change the age demographic. But I think the average is probably like, if you average it, probably like 28 to 29. That's probably the average.
Yeah, I was going to say very early 30s. I was going to say, I mean, if I put the average of all the people that I have onboarded on the HEX, it's older than that even. I mean, it's like
the average age of people. Again, you're talking to the people you associate with all the time. So I associate with people that are in their high 30s to 40s, most of the time.
And I've got some real life data. Like I know, so guys are from like 18 to about 25. They're coming into crypto with like $1,000 to $5,000. That's like really the average. And the guys who are 25 to 35, they're coming in somewhere between 5 to 20 grand. And some of the older guys that I've seen, they're really just, they usually test the water with like 20 grand, and then they jump in with about 100,000 typically. That's what, at least from what my personal experience from the people I've kind of like onboarded a little bit, that's kind of what they're doing. It's, the older guys are a lot more careful when they get in. They always tiptoe with a couple grand first before really throwing their weight in, which is probably smart actually. It's a lot of money. You don't want to do something dumb. But
You're muted.
everyone, am I? Oh no,
Copyright.
Sorry. I was just saying AI advertised to all different age groups, and I'm seeing right now, the majority in 18 to 24, but then again, that could be biased because of the audiences I'm choosing, right? So I'm choosing people with cryptocurrency intent, and a lot of these 35 to 44, 45 to 54, they might not be looking for cryptocurrency in general, but they might want something that gives you yield. That's a real financial product. So cryptocurrency's name is kind of tarnished. A lot of people that have been around for at least one bull market, if they got wrecked, they don't want anything to do with it anymore. So, but yeah,
it was a hard sell for me, even though I believed in Richard and I believed in the idea of the product, but I was still jaded and scarred. and I said so as much directly to Richard in the tweet, in the telegrams, and so. Yeah, I mean, he even said so. He was like, yeah, Gary's not going to be on board for a little while. I have to see some momentum, and then he'll be on. So, same sort of thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I have no idea what you meant, a bit of hex. I don't understand your comment.
What do you say?
You said something in German?
Pretty much like DC ain't nobody buying your fucking bag since you don't provide it on Uniswap. What?
Oh, technically. I mean,
I guess, yeah.
I mean, they're not actually buying your bags. They're buying whoever the liquidity provider's bags is. Which I mean,
it's not great for them.
But kind of your bags, because like when you sell your HEX, on Uniswap or your ETH on Uniswap, it stays the liquidity provider then has it, but like it stays there as bid support or resistance, so like it's still kind of your I mean, if chain analysis was tracing that ETH or that HEX, that would be still from your wallet.
Right.
Yeah. I think people don't understand that we are going to sell. We just have a longer time preference and staggered, and we can see the future a lot more. They don't understand that, and they don't understand that the OA is not going to sell. Like they think people that aren't in Hex yet, people that hate, haters.
Well, they don't. It's. I mean, I think that those people, because of their position, usually in the world or their financial positions or whatever, don't really fully get that. Like, there's a lot. It's just something I've spoke to on here. There's a lot of motherfucking money in the world. There's a lot more money out there than what's in here now. Like what is actually in Hex now is actually a tiny amount of money comparatively to the whole amount of dough out there in the world. And for the most part, like I've said, I'm sure you've heard me say this before, but like I used to think that like ideas were, everybody had a good idea and money was hard to come by. But like it's actually the exact opposite, that like everybody has fucking money. It's like an actual good idea and something unique and revolutionary is actually really hard to come by, So like, it's like if there is something unique out there like that, money will flow in, and there will be plenty of inflow to account for, especially when you look at who's actually staking. There's like, I mean, how many dolphins and are there actually? There's 800. There's not that many people in the system right now that are staking massive amounts of these coins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 13 sharks or something, or no, 13 whales and 100 sharks or something.
111 sharks, about 13 whales, which there used to be 15 whales recently. And
he became a shark. I saw him become a shark.
Yeah, which like it's weird the ebbs and flows of that, because I know somebody who is on the line and like I watched them become less of like they're like right over the line and then came back under because more people are staking now. So like there's they were really close to like 0.999, like right on that line, and like that I mean it's interesting to see people flip from one to the other, or like you said, or vice versa, sell some of their stack and move down.
But you'll see also that people will move through those classes because at least some of the sharks that I've seen, and I think not whales, but I know I've seen sharks, when they are staking, they're staking for 6 days, 22 days, 14 days, 8 days, 9 days. They're not doing long, big stakes to hold their position in that ranking. So you actually, from a dolphin, can become a shark if you are staking and committed long-term to the project and you hold true to what you staked. Same sort of thing with, you can move for these lower classes as far as the percentage of, you're putting your finger in, you're putting your toe in, you're buying in versus only claiming. I mean, people have been moving to be more economic mass individually, and then they can multiply that by doing it over time, right? Yeah. 10 years is 200% more, something like that.
One pretty cool thing you can do is you can actually count with the Staker app now, you can count your position in the entire ecosystem. So you can take whatever rank you are, let's say you're a squid, and then you can add how many whales are there, how many dolphins are there, how many sharks are there, add those together. And then if you tap on the top little symbol of your squid icon, it'll show you what rank you are out of all the other squids. So you just add them all up and then add your rank, and then you have your overall rank in all of Hex. I don't know if that made it.
I didn't even know that.
Pretty cool. So you get to see, wow, I am the X biggest whale in all of Hex.
That's cool. It'd be great when they can put, like, if you wanted to, I don't know how specific you want to be, but I know right now you only put one address in, but I think Steph had said that they were going to be able to put aggregates. You can put cumulative.
You can put aggregate addresses in right now. You can put you can put a whole bunch in if you want.
So you can put more than one address. It just does a sum, like you can give a sum of all of your addresses.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Cool. And it'll show you. So like if you put in 3 dolphin addresses, then it'll show you, and they make a shark or anything like that, then it'll show you as a shark and what your level would be, and that like, oh, you would be 55th in the sharks, or you would be 95th or whatever, whatever it is, or like whatever the level is, you would be, so. Cool. Which is nifty, because like, I mean, it's not actually again, it's not actually because it's an aggregate, but it's cool to know where you could possibly rank, or if you put together a whole, if you like, you could be tracing wallets and finding ones that are linked to each other and adding them all together to see like what a particular entity has.
And I can't wait till the achievements come out. There's gonna be so many good memes on that. Like people are gonna be like, I over FOMO day one, like that's going to be an achievement. So you can like, don't have to feel as bad about that, or just like fun little things like that. It's going to be
we have We have a special guest,
Who do we got?
David Fetter. What's up, man?
Hey,
There it is.
guys.
Nice sweatshirt. I love it.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually an old school Hexican. I've been watching Richard for like 2 or 3 years now. And tonight I'm actually a little emotional. I took like a $750 investment and I paid off $75,000 or $35,000 of student loans.
That's
And
nice.
I'm debt free now.
Yeah, I was talking about the emotional stress. It's obviously an emotional thing. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
coming on.
It changed my life, dude. Like my sweatshirt's worn. Like this was custom made by my girlfriend like a year ago for Christmas. And I've been wearing it like every day. It's all beat up. And Hex changed my life, man. Like it really did. Like I've been in crypto for a while and I'm an IT guy. I'm just a hacker nerd. You know, I work at a computer shop and, you know, do my thing. And Hex is the one that really changed my life. It's already changed my life, and it's going to continue to change my life because I recognized how it functioned early, and everything Richard said was true in my opinion. And you can look at the contract, and it works. Like this isn't a scam. Like it's legit, and I've already benefited so much from it that I want to tell people about it because it's insane. It's insane, and it's just begun. It's not even at a penny yet, perhaps, but what if it goes beyond? Like, what if it flips ETH? What if it flips Bitcoin? Like, this could be crazy if it gets to that level. So, I just wanted to reach out. You know, it really has changed my life so much. I felt I had to reach out.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
awesome.
freaking awesome, man.
I got a little misty over here. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's what it's all about. Financial freedom.
Yep.
So every month you were having this burden of the student loan on top of regular life costs, and knowing that, you know, you would extend that over years to come. Maybe, I don't know how long it would have been extended, but that's a huge mental burden off of your shoulders. Incredible.
Absolutely. Even with the whole Federal Reserve refinancing and reducing interest rates, I refinanced my student loans even a couple months ago. I was paying $600 a month to service the $35,000, and I paid off in 10 years. That's $600 a month. That's a lot of money. I got 3 kids. I got a wife. I work full time as a IT guy. That's $600 is huge.
Well,
And my investment in Hex less than a year ago has already wiped away that $35,000, and now I don't have to pay that $600 a month anymore. And it really helps my family a lot, man. I'm about to cry. Like it's
no, I mean, like,
It's amazing.
you should feel that way, man. Like there's like I mean, having a stress like that is, you know, there's a statistic that's true that, like, if you have a bill, just one bill that puts you over the edge of what you can typically pay per month, you know, in your normal bills, and you have to mentally juggle what bill you're not going to pay, then, like, across the board, people's IQ, your IQ is a function of what your reality is as well, and your IQs will drop about 13 points, or like 1 standard deviation. And, like, just in general, it's harder to be smarter when you have to think about how, you know, you have to have this mental blockade of what the stress that you have to deal with, you know, of a bill that you can't pay, you know, or how you're going to deal with it. It's terrible. And, like, being free of that it's got to be free. It's got to be an awesome feeling, man.
Words can't express how I feel. You know, it really changed my life. And even a lot of the other things that Richard talked about in his videos, even just quitting video games. I used to play EVE Online a lot.
Oh man.
I spent a lot of times playing video games, man, not providing for my family, not doing anything productive. And I don't do that anymore. And now I work, and then I spend my free time doing crypto and learning and doing IT and, you know, trying to be productive and doing positive things. And yeah, man, it really changed my life.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. No, man, that's a double whammy. That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's words that can't really travel. It's amazing.
Those are tears of joy, man. Those are tears.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm a new man. And you know, I'm not going to dox myself, but that $750 investment that has now satisfied my student loan debt, I've invested more than that in HEX. You know, I knew that, I saw where this was going. I was there through the 2017 up. I've held through the down, man. I'm still hodling a bunch of Bitcoin that is still upside down. Like, what the hell am I doing in my life? Like, all that, like, what? Like, I could have had way more value from that since then. And you know, that day's over. I'm that ship has sailed. I agree with Richard. I think that Bitcoin is, well, but here's what scares me is there's a lot of guys now, the big hedge fund guys are coming on YouTube, and now they're pumping Bitcoin,
Right.
and they're pumping their bags. And I feel like us guys, we're already ahead of the game. Like, that's old news. Like, we were holding that 3 years ago. So now they're pumping Bitcoin. So now it's like, well, we're on HEX and Ethereum. We already know where the future's going. It's Ethereum, it's DeFi, it's HEX. That's the platform. Nobody's developing Bitcoin. Nobody's supporting it. It's just stagnant. It feels very stagnant. So yeah, if you want the future, you know where it's at. I feel like it's HEX, and it's on Ethereum, and it's in this DeFi infrastructure, 100%.
Well, another thing you had said earlier about if it's $600 a month, and you know people have paychecks and they earn and they sell their time, they stay away from their family in order to do that. Your employer has them focus on a task, whatever. You actually had to earn probably about 900 on paper in order to pay 600 a month, right? To basically, between taxes and basically getting to your wallet and being able to pay that to a third party. That energy going forward, even though now you don't have the debt and you're smarter about it, you're less stressed about it. You don't have to change your lifestyle. You just changed your burden, right? So you reduced your burden. And so now you're more frictionless. You know, actually you're a better vehicle for success going forward because you'll be more open-minded, you're more participant, more knowledge over your experience. I think this, like you said, life-changing. I can't see a better impact than what you just revealed. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
All said. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And quick shout out to Crypto Coffee. I'm a follower of you, dude. I've watching you for months. Hell yeah, bro.
Thanks, man.
Awesome, brother.
Hey, you got a Twitter I can follow? Or?
Yeah. It's at David Feeder. Yep. I'm coming out. Richard, this is my coming out party. I'm on the internet now. I got my Twitter like a fucking decade ago. I got my name a long time ago, but I never did shit with it because I didn't have a purpose. But I found my purpose, everybody. Hello.
So this is gonna be a new hashtag. The new hashtag is this is a HEX change. You know, you had a total HEX change.
Absolutely. The Hexicans are coming out. The Hexicans are coming out of the woodwork, man. Like, our lives have changed. We are debt free. Fuck the Federal Reserve. Like, we're free now. Like, this, our lives are different. Like, this is it.
What a great purpose. You know, again, you know, like I was saying earlier, don't shit talk people when they sell to change the burden on their life. And that's different than in other products and other projects. I can see, you know, economic money's going to David to change that position. And I feel good about it. I'm like, I don't feel bad that someone sold to basically relieve that burden and to also convert to full advocacy or full, you know, changing their anonymity or whatever you want to say. I love this ecosystem. It's amazing. You know, people like David are a great example of that.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm giving you a shout out on Twitter right now, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Now that I don't have to service that $600 a month, and now that I'm an active participant in this kind of community, well, wow, that frees up that's a chunk of my income that now I can go ahead and then reinvest in this space, and I can go and acquire more hex and stake it, and I got stakes for my children. Like I got stakes for the wife. Like I got the whole family's got stakes. So now I can really be financially free. Now I can really invest in the future.
I mean, and you're like just light in the darkness everywhere you go, because I mean, as you are feeling that way and feeling freer, I mean, everyone takes note about that around you, and like isn't going to notice your sweatshirt and isn't going to notice who your situation and be like, man, what's going on there? And you're like, yeah, you might want to check this thing out that changed your life. Like that's I mean, like that's infectious as fuck, man. I mean, like there's nothing else easier to understand than seeing somebody else, crushing their game because of something and being like, I want a piece of that too. I mean, that's, like just create, like Richard is very, very, very smartly created a whole army of people that that feel great about themselves and are willing to spread that, gospel around, because there's so much room to grow. There's so much room to grow.
Don't say that on here. You might get struck down by lightning. Easy. What's up, David? How's it going, bro?
Hey man, doing great. This is one of the best nights of my life, guys. Not gonna lie.
Right on, man. No, that is cool as fuck, man. That's a good story right there. And everybody's gonna have stories. There's, we all have backstories of what's going on with ourselves financially or whatever, and the story is gonna start coming out as soon as we get to start realizing some of the gains. Because I mean, right now we're talking about it, and it's so awesome that you were able to capitalize on some right away and get you buy you a little bit of happiness. I always say money does buy you happiness, because money buys you options buys you freedom buys you happiness, and that's how money buys you happiness. So don't let anybody out there ever tell you that money does not buy you happiness, because it does. And I know that this man sitting right here, David, is happy. So fucking, you're free, bro. You're free of that burden, that's for sure. And that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That is
when you
awesome.
put in that framework, you're absolutely right. If money can buy your family security and freedom, is that not happiness?
Fucking A, it's happiness.
I can't argue you're not right. That sounds right to me, man. I mean, I feel happy. I'm not gonna lie. Like
freedom is the only thing that brings me happiness, because it gives me the option to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, in the style that I want to do it in. That's what money gets for you. It gives you those options to live life the way you want to live life. I mean, period, in the story. If you have a desire to not have to work your life away and trade your hours for dollars and do all those kinds of things, and if this vehicle gets you that type of freedom, then you can buy that happiness. I mean, and then for some people it's less than that. Some people are happy living the lifestyle that they're living, and they're content and they're okay. But having that nest egg out there they didn't have, now they have it. Or they're able to buy a home where they couldn't buy a home before, or an extra car so that their wife and him aren't sharing the same car, And if you're young, you've got a bright future now with more freedom in to look ahead to. So yeah, man, that's what this really does. We talk, moon talk all the time, and Lambos and fur coats and $10,000 shoes. But really what it comes down to is real life Hexicans getting free and buying themselves options so that they can have a more quality life. And that's what we've always talked about here in Discord, is your health, your quality of life. And how Hex can do that for you, and that's now that the stories are going to start coming. That's cool. That's something
that I can, that like you see a whole bunch of people can attest to. I mean, Cabana did a fantastic thing by like, doing a workout challenge. I mean, you see lots of cats getting jacked, for the hex of it, I mean,
I wouldn't hate that, man. Get some gains, get double gains.
Dude, I literally stepped on, I'm under, I'm like whatever. I've always it's not that big a deal, but I'm under 200 pounds for like the first time. And I don't know, since I've been under in high school, and that, I mean, I've always worked, done some working out, but I'm a hockey player. So happy to throw a little weight around,
Congratulations on being at a weight that you feel comfortable with, though.
Yeah, shit, exactly. I mean, yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm a big dude, so that's kick ass. But I didn't think it was. I mean, I've been more motivated throughout this process than ever I have been in a while. I mean, as soon as you set up a 15-year stake, you're like,
I gotta live. I gotta live.
Did you say I thought the reason I jumped on stream really is because I thought I heard you say coming out. Did you say coming out? You were coming out.
This is the Hex Change party.
Always
the
looking
Hex
for the
change.
young ones that are coming out. Drop me a DM. We'll talk later.
Don't do it. Trap.
Sorry, Bran. Got a new one. He's got a beard. I like it.
I'll send you my fans only later.
There you go. Hey, but on
We'll
the
dance
serious,
for
but on the
Hex.
serious note, this is going to be the beginning. We should probably put some type of a channel together on YouTube where we can put stories up. You should do a video.
Well, that
David.
Seth Mendoza. I don't know if you've seen his thing that he just started doing, but he on Twitter. But he just started. I saw one of his videos so far, but he said he's going to do a bunch more. He had like somebody talking about what how Hex changed their life, and he's like, I have a bunch of people that I've onboarded that I plan on having some videos for, which I was like, that's kick-ass, the one was the Vietnam vet that like the helicopter pilot,
exactly.
Yeah,
We need to
that shit's
start
awesome.
putting more, and I mean, because I can't wait to tell my story because and I don't want to get all emotional and everything on it yet, but it'll happen because I mean, guys, I'm 53 years old. I've worked my ass off my whole life, and to be honest, there's I've worked and struggled and tried to make a nest egg for my family. But I'm going to tell you right now, my son went from 0 to 19. I missed the whole fucking thing. No baseball games, no school outings, none of the plays. I didn't get to go to none of that shit, man. I worked. Some of you guys might be on that same path, man. Don't fucking do it, man. Don't do it. And if you can be an entrepreneur and go out there and do some, or you can invest in Hex and get yourself free, do it, man. Because I'm telling you, missing my kid's life is probably the worst thing that I ever did. But I had to trade those hours for dollars so that I can, supply what I had to supply for those kids. But if Hex can buy you a little bit more freedom to make it to the baseball game so you could take a day off and do that, or you can go to the play, or you can go to the father-daughter dance. I mean, those were all the things that I missed. And my daughter's 15 now, and I missed 15 years of that. I'm trying to do my best to try and get some time in with her now. But I mean, that's what money does, is it buys you freedom, guys. And don't end up an old guy like me with kids that are growing up and disappearing before I got to spend any time with them. It's fucking heartbreaking. It's heart-wrenching. But if Hex can buy me a little bit more time with my youngest and my daughter and help me make up some things with my son, then fuck, man. I mean, that is huge. That's bigger than any piece of property I can buy,
100%.
any fucking car, any vacation. Anything, and we got Richard to thank for that, because he's going to change a bunch of lives, and we get to tell those stories, and we don't have to be, run around honking Lambos all over the place.
No Lambos. No. That hits me right in the heart. You're absolutely right, man. I got 3 kids and I'm 34. My kids are 13 and 10. I had kids when I was 20. I started having babies, and it's changed my life and it changed their life. And I do work too many hours for too less pay. And I want to be an entrepreneur, but it's hard. It's scary. I've got mouths to feed. I can't,
bro. That was my thing, man.
I'm addicted to the paycheck, right? Like I make that good money. So I need that. I got a mortgage. I got bills to pay. I need that paycheck. Yeah. So I don't know how to make the transition from a full-time employee to a entrepreneur, business owner. I don't know how.
I tried, bro. It was.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like,
hold
did.
on, shut up. I'm stalking still. What I'm trying to say is I have a conversation with him, because I had the same problem. I always tried to be an entrepreneur. I always tried to get out there and take that extra leap, and it was too scary, man. I always went back to what I knew to make those dollars, but I had to trade those hours for those dollars. Mm-hmm. And as my kids got older, I realized this one thing, and a wise guy told me this one time. He said, kids don't spell love Love. They spell it Time. Don't ever forget that, all you young guys. You have kids, they don't care how much you get for them or whatever you say. They want that time of yours, man. They want your fucking time. So get off of your screens. Get out from your work.
Your kids they want you to be with you. They want to spend time with you. Teach them.
Exactly. And that's the option you can have with the type of gains that Hex can
Yeah.
bring to you. So go ahead, Big K. I'm sorry, man. I mean to.
No, I mean, I was going to echo your sentiment. I mean, like, I left the traditional job position. I was project managing for an IT business, and like I left it,
Wow.
with doing crypto to do crypto to full time, mine crypto,
Full-time.
I started a business and like really, did that whole adventure, and I worked very, very hard for very, very little in the process. And that whole transfer was painful. And I used to say for like a number of years of the situation, as much time as I poured into my business, because I started a small business and like removed myself from the workforce, I had a lot more time. That was right about the same time I had my first kid, and I had a lot more time. I like that I had so much extra time for my kid because all my work was right there at home. I was like in the garage working on mining rigs. And I walk right inside and be with my kid all the time. And it was like that was so like even though there was a lot of loss, I mean, I started this in like, I started the business itself to like left the shit in like mid 2017. So like never a great time to, it's not a great time to do that. There was a lot of pain through 2018 and 19. And I'd say regularly to my family, like I would gladly mortgage my, like right now for my kid's future, because that's what I felt like I was doing. Because like my business wasn't popping off. It's not like mining was like through the roof. I was barely, I was taking a huge risk and bleeding out, like watching myself bleed out over here while trying to fucking figure out a million different fucking things happening at me.
Absolutely. Would
so,
you have 100
like,
video cards? 50? 25 video cards?
More than 100, my friend.
Okay, yes. That's impressive. Okay, then that's a business. Okay.
I mean,
okay,
I could tell you some fun stories of units that we'd put holes in the wall to run 3 breakers and all together to run some shit, so
I've heard stories of guys getting a commercial real estate space in Stamford or Greenwich, Connecticut with unlimited power. You just rent the space and then it's unlimited power. They just racks, bro. They throw it in as video cards all day,
and the thing is, man, I've seen people doing YouTube videos of them also in like 2018 losing their asses, and like the only way that I was ever going to be profitable in that endeavor was to then turn and sell that shit to people that I know and others, and like essentially get them wrapped up in what was a fucking losing endeavor, and like it took a couple years for me to realize that, but like I did get to spend that time with my family, and like that means a lot, so like I said, it was painful, and thank God in all of this that we found Hex and we're all here now, and like thank whatever you want to that I'm here now, because yeah, I mean, like it was a risky, dangerous, crazy endeavor that I was very like I didn't realize until I was in the trenches how much I was addicted to that paycheck. I was like, damn, this is a lot harder here. This is a lot fucking harder, So yeah, long and short of it, man, I fucking respect the shit out of you for doing what you do, man, and I'm glad that we're here now, man.
I'm a little jealous of your situation, though. I wish I was a crypto. Oh man, I was. It kills me.
I mean, it was painful
guy,
though. It was painful. It was. It's not. It seems so cool. You're like at first, like it was awesome. You're
scared the shit out of me in 2015, 2016. I thought about it. Me and my boys at my managed service provider where I work, it's an MSP. We're all nerds, hacker guys. Oh, we had miners in our little data center. We in the room, like had all that. But
like my workers that I was with when I was like pumping it up, like a couple of these other kids, they all built rigs and shit too, and what's funny is that like I told several of them about Hex, but they had all been burned so bad by these rigs that like 0%, like months later, I'm like I talked to a couple of them and I was like, y'all claim your shit or whatever, and nothing. They're like, man, and I'm like, still early. I've said it to him like multiple times, I mean, but. I mean, how can you? You can't force shit down.
You never know, and that's what's crazy. And I'll just say this real quick about Hex is like when I first got in, before it even launched, I've been watching Richard for 2 or 3 years. When it came out, I'm buying Hex for $100 a penny. You can get 100 Hex for a penny. Well, now it's about a penny. That's 100X right there. That was my target. I was thinking in my brain, wow, when is it going to go to a penny? 5 years, 10 years? I'm like dreaming.
Me too, man.
It's been like 11 months. What are you? It's blown every expectation I've ever had out of my brain. Like, I can't even equate to how fast it's going up. I can't even tell you how bad it hurt my soul to sell the HEX to pay my student loans, man. Like, it's like, sure, I'm up 1,000 times, and sure, it's almost, but it's like almost a penny. Like, it burned me on the inside, man. Like, I know we're going to 10 cents. I know we're going to $1. I know this is the future. Like, so that killed me. But that was that was my target. That was my goal in life, and I did it, and that's done, and that's part of my portfolio's accomplished. So
your emotional balance will be better for it. It's, you know, even though it's a $35,000 payment that you paid, that's probably $1 million worth of peace of mind. So you got to look at it in that way as far as that ROI.
Is that JP Morgan?
Hey, David, make sure
Make
sure you get in the chat rooms on the show so that you can try and get into the HEX giveaway, the million HEX giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh, million HEX giveaway! Wow, who the
You
hell's
didn't know
giving that
about
away? Oh no, I had no idea.
It's right here. They got a donation, and they're going to be
giving away. Crazy! You're giving away $1 million HEX? What are you, nuts?
Yeah, we're giving away $1 million HEX. So
that's very generous, in my opinion. That's very generous.
It wasn't me. It was Ski Cat. We got a donation from a guy in the community named Ski Cat, and he gave us $1 million HEX to give away to the Hex King community. And so what we're doing is we're trying to get to 1,000 followers here on Dlive, and then we're giving away every stream who's ever in the chat room. You go and you qualify. We're going to put everybody on a wheel, and we're going to pick 3 winners as soon as we hit 1,000 followers.
Wow, that is very generous. Wow,
it is very generous.
That's fantastic.
Cat is awesome.
Yo, that could be life-changing right there for somebody who even just wins that HEX and then holds it and stakes it. That could change their lives in a couple years from now, and they have no idea today. We have no idea.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling that over the next few years we're going to see a lot of awesome stories from people about all sorts of cool shit that in their lives. You know, I'm very excited to see what happens. I mean, it's bound. I mean.
It's just the beginning. I mean, it's not even at a penny yet. We're still like, what, 0.09? Like, you're like almost a penny. Like,
it crossed over. It crossed over on Hex Live or whatever earlier today.
It did. It hit the penny. All-time high. Beautiful.
We hit it today. Yep.
Amazing. And with all the suppression and not being on the big like listing boards, like,
oh my gosh, it's great.
That's what's crazy about this too. I feel like this is the most it is the most legit crypto. Like I've seen like BitConnect, like I've seen the scams come and go, and then it's been a year, guys. Hexes is not going anywhere. This isn't a joke. Like,
it ain't going nowhere. They're stuck with us now. They're stuck with us.
Totally. And it's suppressed. So like we're still ahead of the curve. People still don't know about it. It still hasn't gotten the fair publicity it deserves. So
oh, it's great. It's, I mean, like that, some of that part of it, like, even though it's as frustrating as it is, like something about a David and Goliath underdogs and, you know, the Cinderella story, whatever cliche you want to fucking use for it, you know, it's fantastic. And I like, you know, you always love to be a part of the, you know, like if you can be a part of that winning, you know, underdog group, it's amazing. You know, who doesn't want to be part of the Rebel Alliance? Fucking
look how worn my sweatshirt is, man. Like this is legit, man. I've been wearing this a long time.
Don't ever get rid of that.
This is unique, man. This is custom. Oh yeah, dude. I love it. And everybody hated on me. Just like, here's what makes me sad is like everybody doubted me, like Richard, like my family and my girlfriend, and like, you know, everybody you talk to, they don't get it. They don't believe. Well, what do you say now, ladies and gentlemen? What do you say now when I'm debt free? And that's just the beginning. Like I've just begun. Like,
well, I mean, if they were smart, they'd say, "How do I get some?
How do I get some?"
And now I'm going to help them. Now I'll help them get them some. Absolutely. Now I'm going to spend some time actually teaching people.
Yep. My wife.
I think he said that his girlfriend gave him that sweatshirt, right, for a Christmas gift. So that was a year ago. So last Christmas, right?
Last.
So shout out to your partner that supported you. You know, without necessarily knowing what Hex was or why you were enthusiastic about it, or even if you try to explain it or something, she might have got it or she might not have or whatever. But kudos to the people that support people that actually make this investment of time, resources, advocacy, because we see guys on here all the time and they have people standing behind them, supportive, like your partner sounds like. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big, it's a super huge help. If I couldn't be where I'm at without kick-ass wife and, family and shit behind me too, but again, it's the same situation where they support me, but support me is an interesting term when they're like, okay,
yeah. That kooky thing he's doing.
My
He's
wife,
doing crazy
my
shit.
wife says,
here comes
yep,
Jeff
okay,
with
go off in your
crackpot
room.
scheme here. He's got a unique idea. He's got such a unique mind, doesn't he?
Yeah, my wife just says, go off into your room and fap your crypto freaking night away with your streams. Go ahead.
When we first started this whole goofy thing, when I started, I was like, I think I'm gonna leave my job. My wife's like, excuse me. When after that happened, I was like, no, this is like the high. I was on Richard's level about one thing early on, and so I was like, this shit appreciates better than I've never seen. I know some numbers, and I see these shit pops the fuck off, all of the crypto did, and it does, and yeah. So from a long time, my wife's always she doesn't want to hear anybody. I'd be like, I'd start going out, trailing off about crypto, and she'd be like, tell me when we're rich, honey. Tell me when we're rich.
I'll support you. Just tell me when we're rich.
Yeah. Just let me know when we're good. Just let me know. I don't need all this back history bullshit. I don't need to know when Vitalik with the fucking chain split. I don't give a shit.
It's also good for legal liability too, in case if you're ever implicated in some questionable coin, and she has no idea and can't be questioned.
It's very, very plausible deniability. We're good with that.
That's it. Plausible deniability. The less you know, the better. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, but that changes quickly She catches a look at the Staker app, and she's like, can I see some of those? Can you share me on some of those spreadsheets of yours real quick?
You like that growing interest, huh? You like those returns.
We should probably talk about in case something happens.
Yeah, Staker makes it hard to hide anything. If you can, you look at your stakes and it's first thing you see is how much they're worth.
Yes,
with a big dollar sign next to them.
Well, I talked to my significant other.
That's
about,
actually something.
What happens if I pass away? I've got my ledgers, multiple wallets, multiple passwords. I'm a hacker nerd guy, so I've got multiple layers of craziness. What if I do get hit by a bus? What, you're gonna have millions of dollars of crypto locked up that rots? No. Somebody, I gotta teach my kin and my family how to access these assets in the event I do perish. I feel like that's important as well. To teach your spouse, if you do have a spouse that you love and you trust, look, honey, in the event I die, you need these passwords, you need these keys, you do this, you call the lawyer, whatever. I'm big on privacy. I don't a lot of, my portfolio is my portfolio. My wife knows about it, or girlfriend, whatever. That's it. It's my business. But I feel like it's important to teach them, because there's no will for this, guys. You die, you pass away, and nobody knows your keys. Bye fortune. What about your kids? What about your family? You want to hand it down to them? You got to give the keys to somebody you trust if you want to pass it on.
That's what I like about Hex, is it doesn't promote trading, which jumbles a lot of the bookkeeping and a lot of the transfer and what do you have over here and what do you have over there. I do like the ladder system. I do like the, you can have, many different Ethereum wallets. You can, different browsers or different hardware sources and things like that. So making a plan with it makes sense. But if it's based in Hex primarily, it's just easier. It's so much easier to document in general. And it's so much easier if you're actually going to get to be wealthy.
Your family knows MetaMask.
To put into a trust and stuff like that. Yeah.
One sec. Hey, Hey y'all, I actually have somebody in my Zoom room that I'm an onboarding client here, so I'm gonna catch y'all in a minute here. Maybe I'll come back in a little bit once I'm done with them.
All right, Big K.
New Hex
bro.
fans.
Nice to meet you, Big K.
He's got to onboard somebody, you know, duty calls.
Client though, that's fantastic. I wish I was in the crypto asset management realm. I've thought about that actually as a security possibility, is helping wealthy individuals, protect their crypto portfolios from, hackers and make sure that it's secured. I think that's a underserviced niche at this point, maybe.
Who's that in the chat room there?
I don't know.
Add a penny. Who is that?
Well, welcome back.
Little GT.
Welcome back.
Good
Is,
time.
is he in the chat room? Is he probably funny as hell.
Yeah.
Shit talker.
Somebody's talking to him like he's a newbie. Right on. Well, I wanted to see David there.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great story.
Yep. Right on, David. All right, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is wonderful. I'm super pumped, and I'm a hardcore Hexican, and you guys keep doing what you're doing, all of you as well, and especially Crypto Coffee. I've been a follower of yours for a long time, actually, and keep it up, my bro.
Thanks so much, man. It means a lot.
Definitely.
Keep strong to your plan. It's great.
For sure, I will, guys. I'm actually gonna hit up the Hexologist. I'm hoping to just get like a pleb interview and tell my little story, and we'll see what happens. I'm a big fan of his as well.
Where's the love for us, man? You're on this show and you're talking about coffee.
Have you guys interviewed Richard before? You sound familiar, right?
A few times.
It's been years, dude. It's been years. I mean, I've been watching for 3 years.
Pirate gets no respect. The pirate gets no fucking respect.
Do you know who Richard is? If you don't know who Richard is, David can tell you about him. He's an eccentric guy that sits in a throne.
Yeah, why don't you tell me about Hex,
top
David?
hat.
By the way, this is Discourse Syndicate that you're on right here. It's a new crypto show that we started based on Hex just the other day. You might have heard of us.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is actually my first time hearing about you, actually. I apologize. Of this show. Yes, I'm sorry.
I love it. It's so authentic. I love it.
And I'll be honest, I'm coming out of the woodwork. Like I was sleeping on Hex for a minute because my position was chilling, and I was hodling strong. I'm a hodler. I'm not a trader. I don't mess around. I buy and I hold and I wait until I hit target prices. And
yeah,
well, it's a perfect crypto for you, man.
100%.
Fucking Richard set me up with this guy. Make me feel bad.
I apologize. No, I love you guys. You guys are doing the Lord. You're doing the Lord's work in my mind.
We love you, man. We love you.
I thought you were joking. I thought you were joking.
You're a real fucking pirate, man. You're a real pirate.
Oh, that's
pirate.
too
I'm no
good.
pirate. I'm just a nerd. Just a nerd.
Hey, take the no on, man.
All righty, guys. Well, thanks for having me. I'll jump off, and I'll see you guys around, though. Take it easy.
All right, David. Awesome story. Thanks, bro. Take care.
Have a good night. Thank you.
See you.
Yeah. I thought he was joking.
Him fucking can't get enough fucking respect, man.
Yeah, I guess that guy with the glasses is okay too, but
Yeah, who's that guy?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
255 more followers, dude.
Wow.
255.
255 more, and then 1 million giveaway.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There we go. We're getting there. How many viewers do we have on the D-Lives right now?
250.
250 and 110 on YouTube.
1/3 of your followers are watching.
Wow. Hey, everybody, just to let you know, we're giving away 1 million Hex, and you can qualify for it tonight, so stick around for a few minutes. My man DC Crypto here is going to call out some names out of the chat. So if you're on the YouTube or on Dlive, stand by because he's gonna choose some names out of it, and you guys are gonna qualify for a 1 million Hex giveaway, 700,000 for the first place, 200,000 for second place, and 100,000 Hex for third place. And all you got to do is follow us on Dlive, subscribe to us on our Twitters, and that's Discourse_Syndicate, and then follow me on Twitter, and that's RG3_Pirate. Nobody in particular, because nobody knows who the fuck we are anyway, obviously. Especially OG Hexicans don't know who we are. So that maybe that's your first inkling of who we are. But we just run a little Hex crypto show here. And hey, we're getting more popular than the damn maxis out there. I've been in these maxi shows every once in a while, and I don't see them have but 30, 40, and I'm talking some big names have 30 or 40 followers on their stream. So maybe this Hex thing is taking on a little bit. Maybe people are starting to know what it is, and we're starting to get some people to listen to what it is we're talking about. So if you're new here, maybe I should give a little explanation of what Hex is all about for the new folks on the Dlive, since we have so many. So if you're new and you're trying to figure out what Hex is and you don't know, and you're listening to all this talk about lives being changed and all that kind of stuff, this is not one of those pump and dump Ponzi scheme scam coins. Even though it has been labeled as such, Hex is a solid crypto project with a lot of smart people behind it, and Richard Hart is the one who put it together. Years of development, audited 3 times over, fully functional, fully complete, working, and today went to a fucking penny from just a little baby sat. So this thing is pumping, it's moving, it's about to finish its launch phase, and let me tell you what Hex does. What Hex does is everything that Bitcoin does, better. So whatever you think Bitcoin can do, or whatever you know that Bitcoin can do, go do your research and figure it out. It operates just like a Bitcoin. You can do whatever you want. You can trade it, you can sell it, you can buy it, you can hold it, you can do whatever you want, your heart desires with the crypto, because that's what Hex is. Now, the unique thing about Hex is it is an ERC20 token, so it has a smart contract built into it, and that smart contract is immutable, and it is trustless, meaning that you don't have to worry about anybody having any control of it. You have control of that contract because you own the ERC20 token Hex. The way you get Hex is by 2 different ways. A couple different ways. You can either buy it on an exchange, buy it on a decentralized exchange like Uniswap, which is the way that real OG Hexicans get their Hex if they're buying it on an exchange. Or you could do what the real OG Hexicans do, and that's get it through the adoption amplifier, which is only going to be working for the next, couple weeks now? 2.5, 3 weeks?
2.5 weeks, yeah.
2.5 weeks, the adoption amplifier is available. Now, what is the adoption amplifier? The adoption amplifier is Hex's launch phase coin minting process. Now, what does that mean? So what that means is you take your Ethereum, you can take the ERC20 token Ethereum platform, take your Ethereum tokens, and you can put it into the adoption amplifier. And every day there's a bucket of Hex. It's about 511 million Hex, I think is what it is, right? Every day. And that 511 million Hex, Ethereum pours into the other bucket. And as the Ethereum pours into the other bucket, at the end of the day, and California, it's around 4:30, something like that, 4:45 Pacific time. That Hex is distributed to the ETH that is in that bucket based upon how much ETH came in that day. The Hex goes out. You take that Hex and you mint it yourself. You mint it. Nobody else does. You have complete control of the minting process. So you mint those coins, and then you have Hex. After you have that Hex, what you can do is you can stake Hex. Now, what is that? That's the function that Hex has that's unique from every other token out there. You can stake it, meaning that it acts like a CD, like a traditional CD in the real financial world, or not the real, but the alternative financial world. Has CDs, certificates of deposit, and you can stake those out, or you can place a CD out in time. They're time stamped so that you have to realize the gains on that CD at a certain time. If you pull them out early, you get penalized on them. Well, Hex operates the same way. So what you can do with your Hex, your newly minted Hex or your newly purchased Hex, is you can put it on the staking app. And we have this really cool app called the Staker. And what Staker is 2 awesome community members. It has nothing to do with whoever invented Hex or put Hex together, or Richard or anything like that. Steph and Firebun put together a staking app where you can onboard people. You can get into Hex. You can't stake yet, but you're gonna be able to stake on that. But anyway, that Staker app, Stefan Fireman put that out. You can check out Staker, and then you can monitor your hex and watch it and all that. But anyway, the adoption amplifier allows you to get your hex, and then you're gonna go and stake that hex and put it out as in time, whatever you want. You want to ladder it out monthly. You want to put it out on people's birthdays. You just want to do one every year. You just got a bunch you want to put out there for a couple of weeks. You can do that. You can stake as long as you want and as much as you want. So you can go all the way out to 5,555 days. That's the longest you can stake. And when you stake it out there, you're going to be getting an interest on that hex. So every single day, you're getting interest that is compounding into your hex bag. And right now, what are we making right now?
About 25% APY.
25% more on your hex every single day now. You're starting to compound interest that way. So when your stake realize you can pull that hex, and whatever hex is at that point, you can sell your hex, or you can hold on to your hex, or you can restake it for even longer. So that's the basic principles of how hex works. Now, it's gone up to a penny, and we're about to finish the launch phase here. When you do get into hex in the first 351 days, which is the launch period, you have another bonus that's given to you on top of your stakes and your interest. Oh, but I forgot to mention this too. Remember I told you those CDs, they get a penalty paid to the bank if you pull it out early? Well, in Hex, you're the bank. So when somebody pulls a stake out early, they call it an emergency end stake, and you can do that at any time. So you have control of your crypto. You can pull it out at any time. However, there's a big penalty for doing that shit. So if you pull that shit out early, you're going to have to pay a penalty. And guess what? You don't pay Richard. You don't pay the bank. You don't pay the contract. You pay the Hexicans. And the Hexicans are all those people who are staked. So they're going to get paid for you emergency end staking. Or if you got strong hands and you still have a stake in there, you're getting paid. So you're actually the bank of Hexico. You're the Hexican bank getting paid on those early emergency end stakes. So that's how Hex works. But anyway, that's what it do. I think I pretty much covered.
If you get in the next 20 days,
Richard. And
if you get into the next 20 days on go.hex.com and use the code word hex.green, so type in hex.green into your URL bar, you get 10% more. Thanks for the good intro, RJ. That was a really long intro, but we all know this was really just for me to show my ref link. Hex.green, get 10% more. You're welcome. And make sure you're staked in the next 20 days because you're about to 2 to 3x your money on what's called the big payday. That might be a little too much for you, but yeah, you might not be ready for that yet, but make sure you're staked because you don't want to miss this once in a lifetime event. Change your life.
We've got $1 billion something in there dollars to be given away, right?
Right.
Yeah, 1.5 it's worth now.
Yeah.
$1.5 billion on big payday, which is the day that the launch phase is over. Once the launch phase is over, then you get the big payday, and the big payday is $1.5 billion to be distributed to all the people who are staked in Hex. At a certain point, you have to stake for far enough in order to get to qualify for the big payday, meaning after November 19th. So you have to be staked out that long at least in order to get big payday. So, and that's 1.5 billion getting distributed to all of us stakers. So for those new people, that's Hex in a nutshell. And yeah, go ahead and use Crypto Coffee's shill link since he put it out there, and I'll give him that one tonight.
Or hex.help, or hex.doctor, or hex.
RG, what's yours? Never
I don't have
it.
I don't show my link.
I gave it this time.
I gave it all. I gave it all to Hexo. So hex.doctor is who we always show here, just because, man, he's the best. He's my bro. So I watch out for the doctor. All right, fellas, you guys need to pick 3 winners so that we can get 3. Did you get my list?
I got your list. I just posted in chat right now. So these are the winners from EuroAsia for tonight. Ryan Pello, Mark Kasha, and this guy. Aloha. These names, dude.
Our Hex.
Aloha. Yeah. Aloha Hex.
Ryan Pello, Mark Hasha, and Aloha Hex.
Aloha
Hex. So, yep, that's it.
All right, so let's get the chat to type something special in. What should we? All right, put in the chat. You guys put in FOMO in the chat.
FOMO
No
in the
spamming,
chat.
you guys. No spamming.
I wish I can get in there and turn the speed down. Yeah, make sure if you see anybody spam, you don't pick their motherfucking names. Don't you dare pick their name.
Spam it. Don't do it more.
Thanks for the diamond, Love and Hex.
Nice.
Yeah.
Richard, it's FOMO, not Shlomo. What if Richard wins this?
Did Richard put in there?
Yeah, he did.
All right, so I'm gonna pick a game. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, got it.
How you just totally randomly picking them?
Yeah, I just click.
He scrolls and closes his eyes.
Okay.
All right, I picked Tree of Hex.
Tree of Hex. Write it down so that you can send it to me.
I put it in the private chat.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Keep spamming that FOMO. Let me see. All right, the next one is Rect Triangle 27.
What are these names?
I can only imagine what that means.
Oh my god.
Rectangle. That's what it is.
Is it rectangle?
It's a rectangle. Which is pretty good. I like that name a lot.
Rect triangle what again?
Rectangle. It's
Rectangle.
27.
27?
Woo, you guys are spamming now. Let's see. All right. 3, 2, 1. Jeez, I can't stop.
Richard Hart?
Who's Richard Hart?
I've never heard of him.
I know, David. That would be good if David had come in and said, "Who's this guy?"
Yeah.
All right. Here, the third name is. Let me put it on the screen.
Shashamed.
Shashamed. Yeah.
Spell it for me so that at least I got it down right, so I could.
It's in the private channel. You can copy it.
I can't see it.
S.S. Ahmed. AHMED.
Congratulations! You have won a chance to win over 1 million hex.
Could change your life.
Could change your life. Shout out to Cat for the Ninjet earlier.
Oh, he gave us a Ninjet?
He gave us a Ninjet, yeah.
Sorry,
Damn,
Cat. Thank you.
Thanks again, Ski Cat. You rock, man. Hey, what the rectangle was rectangle 27? Is that what it was?
27, exactly, yeah.
Okay, rectangle 27.
Tree of Hex.
All right, so Ryan Pello, Mark Kasha, Awe Hex, Tree of Hex, Rect Triangle 27, and Samed are our qualifiers for tonight. And thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Dlive, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow myself at Twitter at RG_pirate, RG3_pirate, and follow me there on Twitter. That way you qualify, because if you don't do those things, you don't qualify.
That's a good one.
FOMO.
People are still going.
Oh, Hex.
It's over, guys. It's over. You missed it.
1 million, 1 million hex is currently worth 9,288.
Wow.
$1 billion.
Oh,
Nice
man.
looking chart, boys.
It is a very, very nice looking chart. All right, guys, my phone's burning up. I'm going to jump off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Thanks, guys.
It's been fun. See y'all.
Guys.
See you at $1. Bye.
Bye.
$1, baby.
Stake your hex or you'll get fucking wrecked. Stake your hex or don't get